Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome back to the Team JYCT podcast. I am your host, Raymond McNeil, and joining me, as always, is the wonderful Twilight Guardian.
Hello.
As well as the still somewhat healthy Kaiser Shonen. As opposed to us two
from
who
what
are
y'all
not.
been telling me, y'all been telling me, I feel like I'm the most healthy of the three.
Well, that's why I pointed it out. Also, Robert Glendinning, holy shit, 20 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, man.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations to everyone
Thank
that
you.
got caught up in that. Enjoy all the amazing emotes we got. And your ability. I think you guys get like basically free messages you can do. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Celtic is back from his migration. It was just a vacation, not a migration. Completely different concepts. But yeah, I and Twy, we're both getting over being under the weather because we were at a convention in the last week or two, and we caught the legendary con cough.
Oof.
From a friend. We blame him.
Well, no, we blame Isa. It's always did.
Yeah.
Calling you out, Isa.
Oh, did he get the ick first? And
Yeah,
then
he got it.
punished
He was coughing
Yes.
up before he left, and I was like, Isa, if you get me sick,
Y'all,
I'll be
y'all
so
got
angry.
he gave y'all the virus.
And then I started coughing the night before we were supposed to leave, and I got really
sucks.
frustrated. Yeah, sorry.
And then
Better be Isa.
And then I started getting sick right after I got back home. So
Luckily, I got
was-
sick, and I got to experience the wonderful magic that is Canadian medicine, aka Buckley's.
yes. Oh my god, I should have filmed his reaction. It was great.
Aiden Hughes. No, I have not seen Superman 2025, nor have I seen Fantastic Four First Steps. In fact,
me neither.
the only film that I've seen in cinemas recently is what I can tell is the only one that is of high enough quality worth going to see. And we'll touch on that very shortly.
I've
What's
seen
going on
Sinners.
here?
That was pretty good.
Are there Digimon that can cure human diseases, Twy?
Probably.
I would imagine so, especially if you're in the digital realm with them.
Yeah. Like there's no reason why a Digimon that focuses on healing can't cure a human.
I feel like there's a specific one that I'm just not remembering the name of right now. I feel like
I
no,
feel
there-
like
I don't
there's
think it's
definitely one
Pain.
that's like an angel carrying a giant syringe. I'm almost certain there's one or two of those.
Yeah, I think that was the one I was thinking of.
I think that's a Yu-Gi-Oh monster.
Oh, you know what?
maybe
There's kind of a bleed over, if I'm being honest.
Dr. Mon or House Mon.
XYZ Canon, Gundramon.
Guns.
They look very similar.
Look, they're still very distinct creatures. The ones that I know of right off the top of my head are Lotusmon. That one is a big focus on healing, and I guess you could like she wouldn't be very specific to any human diseases, but Lilymon can cure viruses from Digimon.
Do I mean Barrel
So she's
Dragon?
technically a healer.
Do I mean Barrel Dragon and Gundramon? Yeah, probably. Look, I don't know Yu-Gi-Oh cards, all right?
Just shooting the healing into you, you know?
I can name one healing Appmon if you want. The fuck is an Appmon?
Oh, Appmon
Like
is
that.
kind of a spin-off of Digimon that they had for a while. It's where basically if Digimon were more acclimated to your phone rather than the internet or your computer. Which makes sense because there are Digimon that get specific to what computer that they live in, but if your computer is your phone, they're going to branch out, evolutionarily speaking, into different creatures. They're still technically Digimon, because you can never grow out of your ancestry. They're still going to be Digimon, but they're going to be fundamentally different things from Digimon, while still being Digimon.
Can't wait for NFTmon. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, for real.
Nameless said, I fell ill on the last day of a road trip. It was probably because I caught something from a wedding I attended on that very trip. Yeah, that happens.
Ugh.
That's just, it
Yeah,
Yep.
sucks.
that sucks.
Um,
I was glad that I didn't get anything. I went to Otakon again this year, and I had a really good time. The worst thing that I had to deal with was just like really bad aches on my back, just from like carrying around my freaking backpack for most of the con and stuff.
yeah.
And like, you know that feeling where it's all like there's like some air trapped, but you can't freaking crack any part of it, even though no matter how much you stretch, it really fucking fucks you up a little.
Yeah.
What's happening here? Why are people asking what's happening here? It's a Team Jack stream.
What? Yeah, what?
But
we just started.
We just got. It's been 2 weeks, guys. You haven't forgot about us this quickly, have you? Jeez.
I mean, then again, it is the year. 2 weeks is a lot in internet years.
I mean, to be
Yeah.
fair, like the day before we were going to like leave, so much shit happened on the internet for drama. Like, oh, what was it that blew? Oh, that's right. The V Shojo shit blew up.
Yeah, the V Shojo stuff.
We completely missed the
Shojo
window
stuff.
on covering that. Unfortunately, it would have been really great to cover live.
Then there's like the Brad taste of music shit, which is just insane.
Oh my god, something happened to him again. Fuck.
Yes. No, not even. He did something.
Well, yeah, no, I'm asking like he did something again.
Yeah. He did something again. Like apparently it's been basically completely confirmed that he abused his girlfriend or fiance.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, cripes.
Yeah.
Seawits, greetings from Japan. $5 to you to celebrate. Oh, I
wow.
hope you enjoy. Japan was wonderful when I went, even though I felt like I wanted to die because it was another trip that I got violently sick on. In fact, probably some of the most sick I'd ever been in my life, and I had to power through to enjoy going to Japan.
You know,
Zack Snyder cult crying about Superman 2025. They've been crying about Superman 2025 for the last 5 years. What is fucking new about that other than the film finally fucking came out? That is the only difference.
Yeah.
Ask a Zack Snyder cultist what their praise about Rebel Moon was.
Yo, how many stars they give it? How much they rated on freaking Rotten
Ask them
Tomatoes?
where that expanded universe went, because I haven't heard hide nor hair of the next film.
Nah, facts.
In your defense, the V Shojo BS went by insanely quick. Yeah, but like we were like maybe just like a day or two we would have had it if we hadn't been prepping to pack or hadn't been packing.
Yeah.
The pirate software chaos, that could also be covered. I actually because Ross put out his retirement, quote unquote, from the Stop Killing Games video. I would love to have Ross on and talk about that stuff, but I want to give that guy a rest. Yeah, that man deserves a goddamned rest. You want to talk about breaking your back over carrying something? That man's been carrying us over the fucking finish line with that initiative.
Why don't we cover all this stuff next week? Like we can do that.
Yeah. No,
I want to make sure we have at least a central thing to put on the thumbnail. Like I'm thinking in terms of SEO bullshit. I have to be like, okay, we got to make sure we have a clear focus of some sort.
Just put Pirate Software's face right in center.
Okay, we can do that. You know what? There's actually, I just watched Patrician TV did a really good job covering the Pirate Software stuff. It would actually be a really good thing to go through live and discuss. I think that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, because Pirate Software is one of those dramas that I've been completely under the rock about, but always heard like, okay, a lot of people.
Well, have you heard he works at Blizzard or worked at Blizzard?
Yes.
Okay, well then that's all you need to know.
Yeah, I had that. That's all I needed to fucking know, dog.
According to him, that's all you need to fucking that, and he hacked nuclear power plants for the government.
Oh, right. I remember somebody said something about that. Yeah, okay.
That man has destroyed his
Wow.
credibility in lightning fast time. It was insane.
Yeah.
Funny enough, Mugen covered Pirate Software and V Shojo. The Orangeman. Hello, we are 1/5 of the way to redo of Healer review. Also, I've finished making
Oh,
my D&D
Lord.
campaign. It has over 100 charts for stuff.
Oh,
Oh.
cool.
Damn, you over prepped compared to even me. Holy shit!
Yeah, dog.
And I have like
Is this
full like functional data sheets for shit.
Yeah, how long have you been DMing, dog?
There's also the whole AI
That's
verification
impressive.
on YouTube thing that's blowing up. I have no
I'm
idea how
into
we're going to
that.
deal with that. Honestly, it's supposed to like start implementing today. I don't know how that's going to work.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna be very, very.
I don't think
very
I watch
weird.
anything that could be considered kids content, but I don't know. I watch enough content that has a lot of fucks and dams in it, so
Yeah, so I doubt anything's really going to happen, but in case anything does, I made an Odyssey account and basically put all of my videos on there. So, on the off chance that YouTube thinks I'm a 12-year-old, y'all can check me out over there. I'll throw it down the link probably in the comment section.
I recall if your account is old enough, you should be fine. I don't trust anything YouTube does.
Yeah, I was about to say, like you can't put it past them.
Yeah. Apparently you need to go credit card info, which is sus. It's that or an ID, that sort of stuff. Upgraded
Yeah.
Muta lied about being an engineer for 10 years, though he has done
That
nothing
too.
illegal. Yeah, that was also another thing that blew up. I don't know much about Mudahar, but I just know that people got pissed about that on the same level as Pirate Software.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's. I actually watched a bit of that because I did follow Mudahar for a while, and I wasn't like a super fan or anything. So if people were criticizing him, then I watched the criticisms to see if they were valid or anything like that. And
Sure.
I think that they are, considering, like, obviously there is a level of people blowing things out of proportion that I think is kind of pervasive on the internet in general.
Sure.
But at the same time, I do think that it is really skeevy behavior for him to say, I've been an engineer for 10 years when he went to school for like 6 months to be an engineer and then dropped out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
bro, you're not an engineer.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's one thing, if you just say it once, I don't know, for some sort of credibility point and never again. Like, that's okay, that's bad, but it's whatever, and we can get over it. But he repeatedly used that as a source of credibility for whatever he had to say, right? Even outside of just tech bro shit or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, look, I have more qualifications to say I'm an animator than Mudahar does to say that he is an engineer. Because at least I finished my schooling.
I was about to say, I got my fucking bachelor's. What the fuck?
But of course, all you need to be an engineer is to be able to recite the engineer song. Trust me, I'm an engineer. Let's just put this thing right here. Trust me, I'm an engineer.
Well, the one guy, and this is something that I didn't know, but that's because I don't know anything about the engineering world in Canada. But apparently in Canada, saying that you're an engineer is something that is a lot more serious than I guess it is in America.
It depends on the field. I remember that was a big, like the fields that he was stating it in were so nebulous that it was like he couldn't be brought up liability on it, but people were still like, that's you're skirting a line.
Yeah.
Why was it Harmful Opinions that you watched? Because I'm pretty sure he was the one who said that.
No, it was a much smaller YouTuber that I watched.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a big thing about it. People were bringing up. It's like, oh, it's illegal in Canada to call yourself an engineer, and it's like, it is, but it's also not. It really depends on the field. That's sort of the.
Like the person that I watched specified that he can't be get into legal trouble for it or anything like that, but it is still considered a more serious offense. for what he is doing than it would be in other countries.
Right.
Let's
right.
see. Hey, rival. Harmful opinions already checked that. Mudahar didn't violate any law, and the authorities know about the apology Muda made. Okay, well, there's
Well, why are we talking about Mudahar when we have more interesting things to discuss? Because we have a slurry of fun topics this time around.
Yes.
The three big or the fourth big things we'll be hitting on are going to be convention shenanigans, like basically vacation shenanigans that might be fun to talk about, such as the legendary piss bus.
that. What?
Don't worry, by the end of it, you will understand what we mean.
Yeah.
Then we have me and Twy, while we were on vacation together, watched the Free Willy trilogy together, and we had some thoughts just to talk about with that, because it was pretty good. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Then we also watched the original 3 Naked Gun films and the most recent one released in theaters.
And I watched a little bit of the 4th Free Willy movie, and it's atrocious.
Yep. And then finally, the thing we'll be covering is, of course, the video, the topic of discussion. So we have a nice slurry of things to discuss. Nothing too heavy. Which is, that video is the death of romance anime. It's gonna be silly. It was one of those ones that was recommended by the other video about complaining about the death of romance anime. So
Yeah.
At least let me make a fun thumbnail. I know those Liam Neeson faces. Did you watch the TV show The Naked Gun is based off? I've never actually seen Police Squad other than a few clips. I considered downloading those two to show with Twy, but I knew that reputationally the Police Squad TV series was not as well regarded as the films. It's only 6 episodes. Damn.
Yeah, it got canceled.
There are 4 Free Willy films. We can start here. Well, technically, yes. Really, no.
What?
Yeah, I did specify that I did watch a little bit of the 4th movie, and it's garbage. And there's really no reason why it should be called Free Willy. Like, they're just going off of the brand marketing, and it's awful. There's nothing to tie it into the other 3 films.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I did not expect to enjoy the Free Willy franchise as much as I did, because, it has the reputation of being kind of a kid's film. But we watched it together, and it's a very solid family film. It's maybe not quite as good as The Secret Garden, but it's certainly in that ballpark of The Secret Garden, and it's like somewhere between that and The Little Princess. I think it's somewhere. It sits somewhere comfortably in that middle realm. How many damn times they got to free that whale? Well, that's the interesting thing. There's not really. They only free the whale once, sort of. Well, I guess the second one they do kind of free it from a cove, but that's a completely different situation. And that's kind of the thing I enjoyed about the trilogy is they kept creating some inventive ways to bring the characters back into a conflict involving this whale in very interesting ways. There are 3 Free Willy movies and 1 Crime Against the Human Eyes.
Yes.
But yeah, I always hear decent things about the first movie. I may have seen it like way, way far back when I was like little, but I don't remember anything about it.
You should rewatch it. It is very, very, very good.
All right.
And I forgot how funny the second movie was.
I mean, all of them. Like, the main character, like, you gotta talk about good child acting. Holy crap. They just kept just hitting home runs, getting great child actors.
Nice.
Like, they really did.
You forget that you're watching children acting. They're not just screwing up. They're not giving flat deliveries. They're just kids. And it's like, oh yeah, these are kids doing kid things. It's really like refreshing considering how much modern Hollywood has really struggled to get kid actors right.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's really wild because like it's like, okay, we had this nailed in like the 90s. Terminator,
Yeah.
Free Willy, Lord knows however other many films that have kids as
a
stars.
bunch of Disney movies.
Yeah.
Disney live action movies, I mean, as well. that had like solid kid actors.
Yeah.
We
The
had
child
Macaulay
actor in the first
Culkin.
movie is really he's good in all three. He reprises his role for all three films. He's really good in all of them. He grew up into an excellent actor.
Nice. Yeah, Home Alone, that's another good one. With a lot of good.
Yeah,
kid
Home Alone,
actors.
Macaulay Culkin. E.T. as well. Yeah, definitely. So it overall, I highly recommend the Free Willy trilogy. I mean, the first one, it's really weird. It's sort of like it's actually the inverse of my opinions on the Godfather films, where the Godfather 1, I think, has the stronger ending of the first two films, but the second film overall in quality is much better. It's the opposite. I think Free Willy, the first film, is overall much better constructed and much better told, but the second film has the much stronger conclusion. I think it has a way like they did the amped up action sequence, but they did it right. It felt like it all flowed together quite nicely.
In a weird way. Oh god.
The first film has an interesting action scene, but not in the way that a lot of people would expect, because a lot of action scenes for climaxes of films have like like really high stakes, big explosions, time crunches, and all of this. It's just, can we get this whale into the water before he dies? And can we get this whale into the open ocean before the whalers, before the whale hunters catch him?
Yeah.
And the climax of the film is literally just him leaping over a wall magically.
Wasn't he also in the Never Ending Story sequel? I don't know.
Yes, he played Bastion in the third film. I mentioned that to you, actually. And then the only thing that you had to say was, it's been many, many years since I've watched the Never Ending Story.
Yes.
That was the only comment that you made.
I'm just saying, like, I like, oh, that's an interesting tidbit. I have like no connecting points. Like, I have no USB plugs for that in specific for some reason. I just like,
so to finish my point, in comparison, the second film, the climax does feature fire and the whales being trapped and then the kids being trapped.
Fun.
Yeah, and the danger isn't really so much like this high stakes thing that you see in a lot of action shows. It is just a survival story with very realistic stakes. These aren't like protagonists that will survive falling from a 20-story building or whatever because they're main characters and they need to survive in this action film.
These are children
real
that
people.
Are very flammable.
Yes. So
yeah, I mean, children
Raymond,
tend to be that, you know.
Yeah. So Raymond, since this is your first time watching the films, why don't you go into the basic plot and your feelings about it as you were going through the story?
Well, all I knew about the original Free Willy was that Willy was a captured orca that basically wouldn't perform and was going to like be killed, so they needed to free them. Like, that's all I knew about the basic plot synopsis. But really what the original Free Willy is about the main character Jesse, who basically he's a homeless kid. He's running around. He's basically waiting for his mom to return, and he's just causing mischief, gets arrested and put in a foster home. And it's more or less a story about this kid learning to find a new home with his foster parents. And it has like Michael Madsen as the father, and he's freaking phenomenal. He's hilarious.
Awesome.
Him and the guy that plays Randolph, whose name is escaping me because he's not
August Schellenberg.
August Schellenberg. absolutely. He August Schellenberg plays Randolph, who is the head, I guess, caretaker for the aquarium at this fun park. Um, he's hilarious. He just does not give a shit. God, in the second movie is like, you know, I'm something of a Cherokee myself, and it's like, the Cherokee are a grave enemy of my people. It's like, did I say Cherokee? I meant like Saskatchewan or whatever. And he's like, that's even worse. And the kid's fucking reaction, it's so good. He has such a dry delivery for that line.
It does, yeah.
I wonder if there's a clip of that.
Free Willy would be a better movie if it had more MILFs in it. It has at least one MILF, my good sir. No, it has two, because Willy's mother's in
quota.
it.
Oh, there you go. I met the 90s quota. See?
Wait, so waving is the main topic of this stream. Well, right now we're kind of in the meandering part where we're just kind of catching up on our thoughts about a couple of random things, and then we'll be getting into the meat of the death of romance anime.
We have 3 topics for this stream. The first topic is Free Willy, which is what we're talking about now. The second one is Naked Gun, and then the third one is this reaction video.
Yep.
So
also the piss bus. Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep mentioning that. Just I'm. You see, I'm not gonna explain it yet. I gotta lead you people on. I gotta keep dragging the point about the piss bus to you guys. Just so you guys will be like wondering what the fuck we're talking about and stay for that.
He kept calling it an experience chat before we turned on the stream. And you know, in these cases, when somebody says piss and experience in the same sentence, my mind goes to some R. Kelly shit. So I don't know what
I'm gonna tell you, I felt like the girls in those videos. It was one of those experiences. I felt violated.
No!
It isn't DashCon, is it? No, we're
No.
not there. The felt like it, but no, it wasn't. So, Free Willy, and then the film is about this kid basically learning to live with his stepfamily, learning a new passion, which he falls basically head over heels with carrying and helping Willy, and like coming to understand Willy during the entire events of the film. And like basically you see this kid who feels like he has nothing to live for and just like living day by day, find passion and energy in something and learning to appreciate the people around him, and everyone growing to be better people through him as well. Like everyone is growing. It's all about people growing together through a film. And it ends with, of course, them having to free Willy because the park manager figures the whale is a loss as a performer, so we're going to end up killing it and get the insurance money on it.
Yeah.
Well, at least Celtic has stopped with the sticky bread jokes. Well, that's because I make them on Fridays.
Oh my god. I need to catch up on those streams, by the way, because I'm a little bit behind on the whole Shad cinematic universe.
Yeah.
We call that the Shadamatic universe.
Shadamatic.
Also, you praised the first film for having a very tense scene at the beginning.
Oh yeah, no, it actually it kind of got creepy. Like that was the thing that I appreciate about a lot of older kids and family films. They're not afraid to scare the children. There were some legitimately creepy moments at the very beginning of the film.
Got it.
So it's just. Is this vid bad so far? We haven't even started the vid. We're talking about Free Willy. But as the kid punch Willy like in the posters. What?
Wait, what?
What?
What posters has a punch? Hold on, I gotta look this up. Free Willy poster. Hold on. Oh, okay. I kind of understand why.
Yeah, okay. Also, I typed in free will, and that was humorous.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's a
that-
great
that
showing
actually-
of free will right there.
The hand gesture he uses to make Willy do the jump is like a recurring thing that I actually really like how they carry through the films.
Mm.
Yeah.
So the second film after Willy is freed is actually more about them discovering, okay, Jesse, turns out we found your mother. She's dead, but she has a son. You have a half brother, and he has nowhere to stay. So you're staying with him now, or he's staying with us now. And it's all about these two brothers coming together, and a little bit about a teenage romance where Jesse meets Randolph's goddaughter, and Randolph,
Nadine.
yeah, Nadine, who one of my critiques of the film is that she really doesn't get too much to do as an independent actor. Like she's more there as the love interest than she is as a unique bringing her skill sets to the table. But it's that, and there's like some non-reoccurring characters, unfortunately, that I would like to see more of, like Ray.
She was too busy. The actress was too busy filming Tank Girl, though.
Okay.
Yeah, which was her mistake. Free Willy 2 has Yuri? No. It does not have Yuri. Where did you get that from? But no, it was that was a solid film that was all about the whales getting trapped in a cove because of an oil spill. Big strong environmentalist message. Kind of that typical shtick. But it overall is all about them trying to keep the whales safe and healthy and trying to get them out before the oil spread to them and killed them outright.
And there was a nice parallel because Jesse, while he was dealing with the loss of his mother and finding a new family member in his brother, Willy was also with his pod, and he was mostly hanging out with his own brother and sister.
Yeah.
I got the parallels.
Yeah.
Why can't whale movies have Yuri? They can! I don't know if anyone's made them yet. Give me frickin' Whalem Musume and we'll get we'll get that going.
Whale X Kanojo.
You guys are freaks.
Me or the chat? I mean, I am a freak, but like in this circumstance specifically.
Both of you.
I was just making,
and the chat.
I was making a crack at them. So when does Captain Planet show up to say Captain Planet doesn't. They just get the whales out of the cove. They have to escape it. And there's actually some really good footage of the whales swimming under like burning oil. It's actually really neat.
Oh, awesome.
The let's see. So, if we're freaks, what does that make you?
Not a freak. I'm the normal one.
You can't. I'm looking at you right now.
What do you think I have to constantly rein you guys in?
That's just because you have a sense of tact when it comes to the public. I've seen you behind closed doors.
Children of the Whales. That is a really good anime. Netflix only, and it only had one season, which is a shame because,
of course.
Yeah, I really wish that they had a second season. It was so good. Really fucking dark though. Jesus Christ.
Kind of reminds me of
wow. Oh my! You got two people immediately like you're a Digimon fan. That's not normal. Wow.
By the way, speaking of Digimon, actually, there was this really one of the booths. So I was in Otakon once again this year, and in the dealer's hall, there is this vendor who had a lot of the old like toy Digivices. I don't know how exactly old they were, but he had some of like the old ones from the original, ones from Tamers, and even a couple from the Try OVAs or movies, whatever the fuck they are.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and also we have a lot of like old Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters models of like Dark Magician Girl, obviously, and like Blue Eyes. It looked really cool.
Also, guys, Just because I'm a hipster doesn't mean I'm a freak. Those are two different things.
Right.
Anyway,
know,
Epic
it's like a
Master says,
chicken
how
and
many
egg
miles have I walked? Oh, hey there.
Oh.
Hey there yourself.
Hi.
Hey, Epic Master.
What
nice
do you
to see
mean, dealer,
again.
Kaiser? It's a dealer's hall at a convention.
Yeah.
That's what
No,
it's
I-
called, the dealer's hall.
No,
It's an exhibit
no.
hall.
No, Raymond, they're saying that because I'm black.
Wow. I can't believe we have so many racists in chat.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nameless.
Fucking,
Who
it's
remembers
current year,
Free
guys.
Willy from South Park?
Wait.
Lizards.
Oh my god. I think I know what episode you're talking about.
I don't watch enough South Park to know that, unfortunately.
Neither do I. Mark asks, by the way, Twi, what's it like being a woman in a male-dominated fandom? That is literally almost every fandom that I'm in.
If I had a nickel for every time a Team Jacked host met a Team Jacked guest at a convention in the month of August 2025, I'd have 2 nickels. Is that because you met Pete?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the joke.
The
No Kaiser, Rebecca.
and then
no Kaiser, yes.
dealer, you storing anime girl statues again? No. Who told you that? They lying? Ignore the toga and Sailor Mercury on my shelf now.
Oh my.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, we had a really good time. They had a lot of interesting stuff this year around. Like there was this one vendor that had a lot of like proxy cards for Magic the Gathering. That and the arts on them are based on like different anime and video games. I'll show. Let me grab the picture I took of the ones I bought, and I'll show you guys.
But to finish out my thoughts on Free Willy, the third one
Yeah.
is all about basically protecting the orcas from a bunch of whalers, and it's really more of like a maritime thriller about like the child of one of the whalers learning to like early on discovers that he has empathy for the whales, and he's constantly like quietly sabotaging his father's whaling efforts. If anything, he's the main character while Jesse is sort of off to the side, doing his own thing related to this stuff, like trying to stop the whalers in his own way. It's a good film, but I wish it had more for Jesse to have done. It kind of felt like they were spinning their wheels with him a little bit.
I think that it makes sense in the sense of like he is still the one that is driving the plot forward because he was the one that made the recording that Willy uses that the whalers
Right.
eventually co-op. He's also the one that sneaks onto the boat to get evidence because their employers won't really do anything because they're lazy pieces of shit.
Sure.
He's also the one that is encouraging Max, the new boy character of the third film, in order to do something more than just do tiny little sabotages, because that's ultimately not going to do anything. So Jesse still does a lot of stuff, but now instead of being the person that learns the lessons, he is now being in the mentor role to Max. He has come full circle now.
It's sort of like he's in a bit of an in-between spot. I don't think he's like the full mentor because Randolph's still there to mentor him. It's like he's in between mentee and mentor, and I kind of feel like that puts him in an awkward middle ground in the film where you're right, he does do a lot of things, but it feels like the focus wasn't really him so much it was Max. And okay, I'll give it this. Max doesn't feel like a weird Gary Stu self-insert, though easily it could have slipped that way. It works out fine. It just feels like it treads into that water a little bit and kind of nears there.
Because it's mainly because Willy likes Max about as much as he likes Jesse.
Right, and it's like, okay, but you know, it's a whale. I don't know how whales... So the but overall it's a good film. But it's I think arguably the weakest of the three. Randolph decks a guy though. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, he
Randolph
starts a bar fight.
he starts a bar fight. He sucker punches a guy, then gets his ass handed to him. It's great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That was purely because Jesse was still on the boat. Tried to stall the whalers so that they wouldn't leave to give Jesse time to get what he needed and get off the boat. He still didn't get off the boat, so he had to swim to shore.
Yeah. I mean, oh god, yeah. Jesse was just like, yeah, okay, I'm going to the shore. See ya, and just like dives overboard. Like, holy shit, dude. And Jesse also has that awesome moment at the very end where it's like, we gotta stop them. We don't have any guns or anything. Hey, oh, what was it called? Not maritime control. What are the ocean military called? Sea patrol.
Maybe.
Why am I blanking on it?
I don't know. I am too for some reason.
But he just like radios. No, it's not the Navy. No, Coast Guard. That's it. They're the Coast Guard.
Coast Guard.
Coast
Yeah.
Guard.
He radios into the Coast Guard. Hey, Coast Guard. There's been a collision at these coordinates. Come get us. It's like, all right. And he just fucking guns it and rams the pirate ship.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It is. It is so good. Also, what's going on with Willy in the third film is he's kind of gotten a little bit away from his brother and sister now. They're older. It's been 2 years since the last film.
Couldn't afford them to reprise the role. No, I'm kidding.
Well, technically, I think that Luna and Spot were both completely animatronic. So was Willy for the most part, because the first film was actually very influential on the public for getting orca whales out of marine parks.
Oh, awesome.
After the first film, they just on a whim had at the very end of it decide for the VHS release, I believe, they decided to add a little clip of like, hey, here's an organization of people who want to help free orcas from captivity and put them back into the wild. And they weren't actually expecting anyone to really call in, but that organization got flooded with calls. They couldn't keep up. And so they released Keiko, the orca that played Willy in the first film, into the wild. So they, for the most part, they just used B footage of Keiko as well as a really well-made animatronic for the second and third films, because Keiko was released into the wild, or was being prepared to be released into the wild.
Keep talking, I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And unfortunately, it is a very tragic story because nobody really knew how to properly put Keiko back into the wild. So Keiko was never able to find a pod and to go back and live as a normal orca. So he kept going back to humans and kept trying to interact with humans because to Keiko, we were his pod. So he ended up dying of pneumonia at the age of 27 in Iceland. Man. But it was kind of monumental in the sense that, like, orca whales in particular were suddenly in the public consciousness. People started realizing that these animals were highly intelligent beings. In fact, it has recently been suggested that orcas have higher capacity for empathy than human beings do.
Interesting.
Yeah, the areas of their brain the areas of their brain that regulate socialization and empathy is actually much larger and much more complex than humans.
Wow. You know, there's a specific person who said they learned empathy at 30, who I'm not going to say right now, who could really use this lesson right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just any lolcow.
Yeah, for real.
The Orange Man said, I added 200 monsters from old editions to my 5e for my campaign. Also about 20 third-party books, including Obojima, Waifu Handbook, and Into the Void, etc.
Oh, we're using Waifu
Oh.
Handbook. What kind of
Why-
campaign is this?
Why didn't you just use an older edition instead of using the crap that is 5e? Sorry, strong opinion coming through there.
By the way, I've been thinking about maybe implementing like reactions to D&D based video.
Give it a look. It's definitely
All
worth
right,
the time.
that one's on the list.
Good thing to watch with the family. Very much.
Yeah.
It's very much good for the family.
All right.
Yeah. I will. Sorry. I will say, because I'm seeing people talk in the chat here. I know that Jaws had the opposite effect for sharks. And the author spent like the rest of his life trying to advocate for sharks and kind of undo the damage that he inadvertently did on them. It's very sad. Also, someone mentioned that some whales, some orcas started to attack yachts. A lot of marine biologists are not wanting to say that they attack the yachts because that kind of implies a malicious intent. It's more that the whales, while they're waiting for their food, get bored, and so they start playing with the boats, and they don't realize that by breaking parts of the boat that they're endangering the lives of the humans that are on it.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
From what I read, it's just because they're being teenagers. Accurate.
Yeah, they're being teenagers. Well, technically, it's older orcas that are doing it, and then the younger ones learn from them because that's how most animals work, including humans.
Now I'm just imagining a version of that commercial. It's like, I learned it from you, Dad. Oh, orcas.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Also, you're right, Titan. More people die getting crushed by vending machines than from shark attacks. Most marine animals do not like the taste of animals from land, including humans. Sharks don't actually intend to kill us, but the way that they touch is through their teeth. They actually have a lot of sensory input through their teeth. So when they're curious about something, they put their teeth on it. And unfortunately, we are so squishy that they can accidentally harm us by that way.
I love that Sam is asking, how do you get crushed by a vending machine? Well, it is about, 300 pounds of metal in a oblong rectangular shape, or box shape, and if it is unbalanced in any way and falls down, as it could be done if it's stacked at the very top first,
Or
sploosh.
if somebody is very stupid and tries to shake
it
their
down, or
Yeah,
shake
shake
off
it.
the snack.
Yep.
That is like stuck. or
That's
whatever.
why you only ever punch a vending machine, guys. You gotta get this right.
Yeah, yo.
It's like a video game. You punch it and it gives you food. That's how it works.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, look at Castlevania.
But yeah, there's one other thing that I wanted to mention. The original Free Willy trilogy mostly takes place on the Pacific West Coast of the United States and Canada, and features a very specific real-life pod of orcas called Southern Resident Orcas, specifically J-Pod. There are 3 pods of Southern Resident whales. There's J-Pod, L-Pod, and K-Pod. J-Pod is the main character's setting for Free Willy. And they are currently endangered.
yes.
Mm.
So, be sure to go out and sacrifice yourself to the J-Pod to keep them well fed and sustained.
Well,
That,
actually,
or feed them moose, because apparently don't orcas eat moose? I think they fight moose. I don't know if they eat moose, strictly speaking. I think, like any other land animal, like they wouldn't eat it necessarily if it tasted bad.
yeah. Also, so there's something very interesting about the first film where Ray is talking to Jessie about like the whale's diet. She calls salmon Willy's chocolate, but that's actually not true because as a southern resident killer whale, salmon is actually 93% of their diet.
Mm.
And like they are primarily salmon eaters, and that is actually partially why the southern resident killer whales are in danger, because a lot of them are having trouble finding enough food to survive because we overfish.
Yep.
Right.
The Garunix King says
And-
the free willogy, if you will.
Yeah. There is a reason why I mention in specific, like,
There are probably
that-
Americans with 93% chocolate diets. Fair.
There's a reason why I mentioned like all of that information in specific, like with J-Pod and being in the Pacific, because the fourth film features Bindi Irwin as the main character, Steve Irwin's daughter. The
Wait,
characters
what?
are yeah.
Huh.
The main character is Australian, and the setting for the story is set in South Africa with a completely different pod of whales.
Okay.
And
that's
let me guess, does it have anything to
different.
do with what was the tribe? Start with an H. Because that's another thing that's interesting about it. Free Willy has a pretty deep tie to a specific native tribe. That
The
actually,
Haida.
Oh.
the Haida, and they actually have a very neat little story about the birth of killer whales. Or is it just whales in general?
No, it's specifically the killer whales. It is actually a real story in Haida mythology. It was modified for the film, but the actual story still exists in real life Haida culture. And that is another thing, because the Haida are still in my area. Our native tribe that we have is more the Shimshan, but there is still a lot of Haida culture and influence around here as well. Their main abode is Haida Gwaii, which is, it used to be called the Queen Charlotte's. It is that triangular island that exists off the coast of Canada. But yeah, there's just a lot of Haida culture in the first two films in particular. What I actually found notable was there was a moment where one of the whales gets sick in the second film, and they bring in a doctor, and she tries to give the whale medicine, and it doesn't look like the whale is getting better. So then Randolph decides he's going to take things into his own hands. He goes into the forest with Jesse, and he teaches him native Haida medicine and gives it to the whale, and then the whale gets better. So it's saying it's treating a lot of native culture with this respect that you don't see in a lot of films.
Yeah, it's genuinely just very nice to see. It's a very refreshing take on a lot of that kind of stuff. And it doesn't go over into like, oh, it's magic straight up. It's just like, oh, no, they had these beliefs, and there's a lot of it that's rooted in like, whoa, they made this medicine in this way, and it frickin' worked. Apparently, basically, they make Indian Buckleys for the whale.
Yeah.
It's awful, but it works.
Yeah.
No new age nonsense. Yeah, no, it's great. And like
Awesome.
The best part is like there is a really good chant. I can't remember it, but like it's reoccurring for Jesse specifically. But it's just used as basically this moment of of belief in the whale being able to do things. And it's like the whale can do these things. It pushes the bounds of reality, but it doesn't break them. It's great.
Yeah. It's a Haida prayer.
That's it.
In the film. So it is like a little bit of Haida religion, but it's more of a little prayer of like you can do this sort of thing. The prayer is Salana Eun Iasis. I don't know if it's an actual Haida prayer or if it was made specifically for the movie, but it is a really nice and interesting little moment for Jesse and his belief in Willy.
This right here is Willy, most oppressive predator in the oceans. They launch seals into the air just for fun. Let's go touch it.
Goddamn, Jake.
I can't do an Australian accent for the record. But he does give one gifted membership, so thank you very much, big namey boy. I hope you enjoy it. The donuts have awakened.
Yeah.
Donate, yeah, Billy Donuts,
Woo!
or Willy Donuts, if you will.
Willard Donuts.
But yeah, I have not finished watching the fourth Free Willy film, but from what I understand of what I've watched so far, it is mostly
Child slop.
It's child slop. Bindi has to go to South Africa because her father got injured. Excuse me. And she meets little CGI baby whale who gets lost from her pod or his pod or whatever, and is just staying around the cove, and then they have to somehow hide the whale from this person that they know is greedy and will just want to use it as a park attraction. And there's a little pen penguin, I guess. And
one thing I forgot to mention about the first one, people don't realize it. The main antagonist is Michael Ironside, aka Sam fucking Fisher.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Okay.
he's the main antagonist, and he's like he's like maybe the most cartoonish element of the whole story. He's like unrepentantly, we've got to have money.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But yes, let us transition now into a
I
discussion
will go get some water.
about Naked Gun. So, as I mentioned it, I and Twilight, we watched all three of the original Naked Gun films, and weirdly enough, of the original trilogy, after rewatching them, I think the second one is probably my favorite of the bunch. I think it had a lot of the best jokes, a lot of the best payoffs, a lot of the best running gags. Overall, very strong film. But if you guys don't know what Naked Gun is, it's a parody of police procedurals. It's basically just, the cop movie. It's all just big old funny parodies along the lines of things like Airplane or Spaceballs or Lion Python, The Holy Grail. We had a golden age of comedies back in the day, and they died out for a couple of years. I think the last really good one that we got was Tropic Thunder. But the Naked Gun is a good... So the reason we watched it, beyond just I wanted to show her some of my favorite comedies, is that we made a new... we got a new Naked Gun film starring Liam Neeson instead of Liam Neeson instead of Leslie Nielsen. Fuck God, their names sound so similar.
Oh my God!
And we're getting Spaceballs 2 now. I have so much more hope for Spaceballs 2 because I can confidently say.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, you didn't know that they announced Spaceballs 2. It's a hilarious trailer. Look up the trailer after this; it's hilarious.
Okay, definitely.
Leslie Nielsen is the GOAT. You say that. I think that Liam Neeson might be better. I
would agree.
I came out of Naked Gun, what I'm calling Naked Gun 4 4/4, or Naked Gun 4/4. That's what I'm calling it. Because it's not a reboot, for the record. It's a straight up sequel to the original, and it actually leans on that a little bit. And it's gut-bustingly hilarious.
Awesome.
I cannot emphasize, I think it may be the best of the 4 movies thus far. I do not say that lightly, considering how much I love a good comedy, and I would not be putting down the other films. I want you all to go out and see this film. It is phenomenal.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely on the list. I've always heard of it, but I never really knew exactly what it was about. So I never really had the chance to actually like take the time to sit down and watch it. But if it's as good as you say, I'm definitely gonna put that.
I recommend all 4 of the films, but I think the 4th one it not only does it have all these new original jokes, but it has such a reverence for the original.
It really does.
That's good. That's very good.
It kept a couple of the running gags, like Frank Drebin, the main character, being a terrible driver at all times. And it's just, constantly people getting hurt. In fact, I was thinking about it. There's a bit where, like, at the very beginning, he's driving, and, like, from his perspective, you see in the back, just a guy on a bike tumble over the back, getting run over. And then later in the film, I think they just reuse the same shot, but just have VO, where it's just, not again! It's like one of those simpler jokes, but, like, the film is just filled to the brim with just originality and such. A sequel that plays homage to the original in 2025? Yes!
Oh, awesome.
You can tell that it does in the trailer, because that was the main joke of the trailer.
Well, no, here's the thing. I thought that was going to be like a throwaway thing, where, like, at the end of the new trailer, or the first teaser trailer, we got this shot of everyone, like, looking up at their, Frank Drebin Jr. looking up at Frank Drebin Sr. on the memorial wall in the police department, being like, "Dad, I hope I do right by you." And then it cuts to his partner, who's looking up at the former police commissioner, the old Ed, the new Ed looking up at the old Ed. It's like, "Dad, I hope I'm doing right by you." And then, like, it cuts to a distant shot of just, like, a row of police officers all crying over their dead parents, who are all, like, former police officers, and they're like, "I hope I live up to you." It's like the great gag. And then it cuts to a black officer who's not actually, he's only in it for that one gag. He's looking up at Nordberg, who, if you guys don't know, is played by O.J. Simpson. And he's looking up, he's like, "Dad." And he's like, you see the actor thinking for a moment, and he's just like, he shakes his head no. He looks at the camera and, like, does the cutting motion over his like, no, we're not doing this. No, we're not.
Yeah.
Can you confirm the new one is really good? The opening sequence had me rolling. The thing is, like, in the trailer, it looked awful, but the minute they get past, like, even the things that were edited differently than in the trailer, the editing of the trailers undercuts, like, every single joke. It is so much funnier how it is done. And then once you get past, like, the one awkward transition from him being a little girl into being a full-grown ass man and it looking really weird, it's hilarious. Like, one of the best parts of that opening fight is, like, he grabs a guy and uses him as a bullet shield, but, like, they very intentionally show it that he's using a fucking dummy. And it's just, like, this floppy dummy he's just, like, dragging around, blocking bullets with. It's, like, they lean into that, and it's just so refreshing. It's so good. Oh, I mean, I don't know. I'm going to pass over, actually, to Twi talk about, because, like, this was her first experience with these films. So, like, kind of give your thoughts on them. And I'll go get a drink now, because, dear God, I'm dying.
Yeah. Well, I will say
some thoughts about comedies in general before we watch them.
Yeah, I was just about to say, comedy isn't really something that I enjoy all that much. Like, I watched Airplane with Robbie for other podcasts, like, a long time ago, and
all right,
I didn't really laugh all that much, so much as I was like, oh, that's where that came from. Like, it's very difficult to get me to laugh at at certain things. Like usually it has to be something that's unexpected, but it also can't be mean-spirited. That was another thing. I never really liked Looney Tunes or Tom and Jerry as a kid because I was like, why are they just being so mean to each other? You know?
I kind of had a similar, tiny bit of a similar streak when it comes to like specifically like Nickelodeon sitcoms, particularly. I never found Megan from Drake and Josh funny, for example, as a kid. Now I definitely do. She's very funny, but I just thought, oh my god, this fucking brat kid just ruining everything. I really didn't like her.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the jokes that I did laugh at, Robbie said, had context behind it. Yeah, they did.
Right.
Is someone gonna say Naked Gun is woke? Because it's not. Oh my god, there are so many jokes. Like one of the best jokes was him talking to a bartender, and it's like, "You're the cop that messed my brother up in a raid. You shot my brother." It's like, which one? And like, it's like they kept narrowing down the criteria, and all the criteria were like, it's like, he was unarmed. And he's like, okay, that narrows it down to 500 people, and it's like, he was running away, 200 people. It's like, he was white, and like out of like it get down to like the 50, and he says he was white, and it's like, oh, Frankie, yeah, how's he doing? It's fucking hilarious, and it's not afraid to just go in some fucking off the wall directions with it.
Also, can I just say that like I find it so funny that out of all the 500 people that this guy shot, only 200 were unarmed. That's the most unrealistic part.
There's a lot of jokes at that kind of expense, and like people were like, funny. It's not woke. That's the kind of shit they were joking about in the originals.
Yeah. Okay.
Isa says, not much of a comedy person myself, but this sounds like a fun movie to watch. Isa! You were there! You could have watched them with us!
Weren't y'all together during this whole trip?
So we offered every single time, Isa, do you want to watch a movie with us? We're going to watch a movie. And he's like, no, I'm just going to play on my computer.
Sit on his computer and play, what was it, like Zenless Zone Zero or something?
Something like that. And like, he would just do that. Occasionally he would make like, oh, that does sound funny. And it's like, then he turns back to his game and it's like, what the fuck, dude? Then he would just go to bed. And it's just like, we're all right, great. We kept him up laughing. That was the funniest part about it. It's like, you could have just been here with us.
But yeah, that's my context for comedy is it needs to be very specific, because if it's something that makes me question logistics instead of laughing at the joke, then it's probably failed for me as a joke. But for the most part, the story was fairly solid. The first film, and Raymond didn't know this, but it was parodying a very specific film that didn't do very well from the 70s. But the story was otherwise fairly solid. It had a lot of really repetitive jokes. I didn't like how unaware of things that the main character was, and the fourth film actually alleviated that by making him more aware of the things around him while still having his shortcomings that made the comedy relevant. I think that's what made the fourth film the most enjoyable to me, is that a lot of comedy comes from the fact that characters are stupid, like in the original Naked Gun trilogy.
Yeah.
But that annoys me more than anything. So the fact that he was still competent, still aware, but still had these shortcomings for comedic purposes, that is what made it a lot more successful to me as a comedy.
I think a lot of the benefit comes to like the contrast you always hear when it comes down to a lot of good stories, comedy or no, is you either have a strange person in a normal world or a normal person in a strange world, and the contrast builds. And the new movie builds enough to like it balances out quite well that like at any one time there is a normal person in a strange world or a strange person in a normal world. And like it can always interchange with the characters and flip between them, and it feels very natural. I don't know how to describe that otherwise. She might hate Pink Panther since most of the characters are stupid except for the one that is smart. Which Pink Panther? The remake or the originals? Because the originals were pretty good. The remake is okay. It's not great.
I think I only
Well,
remember watching
the
that one
cartoon
once.
as well. But I can't say that I particularly enjoyed what I had seen of any Pink Panther.
Well, I can't remember. Was the cartoon about the actual Pink Panther or was it about the detective?
I don't remember, to be
from
honest
what
with you.
a little I remember, it was kind of a little bit of both.
Because
mostly leaned towards the Panther.
Because the actual Pink Panther films are much more like detective / thief spoofs. They're like there's no actual panther. The Pink Panther is a diamond.
Right.
That gets stolen. So it's like the actual animated Pink Panther is just like a mascot for the series.
Yeah, I know so, like, I've retained so little about that franchise that I couldn't tell you, and I remember seeing enough of it that I probably knew what it was about, but I just didn't care for it.
Right.
I didn't grow up with it.
I might put
either.
the first one on the list. I remember that one being very solid. The cartoon was mostly about the Panther, though there would be segments about the detective. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to think of like I don't want to spoil too many gags that are just like because like I can't recount them. They are so much funnier when you watch them.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
The guy with
Most
the crab
comics
hands?
typically are like that.
Someone mentioned earlier the running coffee gag. That was pretty funny.
Yes, the running coffee gag was like so fucking good right up until the end of the film. Oh.
And you would think that it would get tiresome, but they keep doing it in new and creative ways that make it funnier.
Yeah, it's like they if they make a sequel to this, and God, I hope they do someday, they want them to take their fucking time with it because this took a while to come out, and I think it took a lot of time for them to really get a lot of the good jokes just right, without like overstaying their weekend. Overstaying their welcome. So yeah, I just kind of want to round off like because I can't obviously describe. I can say that there is a specific film that this one is parodying. I can't tell you which one it is because it would tell you too much of the plot. Liam Neeson is a surprisingly good comedy lead. Yes, he absolutely.
Yeah.
He absolutely sells it. I'm trying to think if there's a great gag that I can tell you about where he's watching the main love interest walk out of the police station. And he's like going over in his mind, like watching her leave was like watching two buxom legs with a wonderful ass attached to it walk out of the room. Like that's almost like word for word some of his dialogue. He's like she was my favorite kind of woman. She has a head attached to some shoulders, torso, knees and toes, like that kind of stupid shit. But as he's monologuing, you start getting cross interference from his partner monologuing to himself. And then it goes into a wider shot, and it's the entire police precinct watching this woman leave, having their own overlapping monologues about her. And he's like, guys, can you please? It's great.
Yeah. Oh, there was that one segment in the film where it just became a horror for a bit.
Yes, it became a horror film. It was amazing.
in a montage too.
But yeah, I cannot recommend it enough. Naked Gun, the fourth Naked Gun film, out in theaters right now. Go and see it. Go support it, please. I want this film to succeed so badly. It deserves it. in like a
I think-
summer that's been like, we have not had a good comedy, like, an exceptional comedy in so long, and this is like one sitting right in front of us and no one's talking about it.
Yeah. If I had to give the film one tiny little nitpick criticism, I would say that the second film, well, the original trilogy, I think, if not the second and third film, I think, had gags that happened in the background, where, like, the second film in particular, you had animals escaping from a zoo. And then the gag would come back toward the end of the film in some way. That didn't happen in the fourth film, despite the fact that we see the same kind of setup happen. And it didn't come back, and that was the only thing that kind of disappointed me, because I was waiting for it to happen.
Yeah, there was one that was set up that was perfectly right there. Well, so far it's made its budget back. It's got to make more. It's got to you gotta typically double the budget for whatever they spend on marketing. That's like the rule of thumb. So,
Yep.
I hope it succeeds. Anyone that hasn't gone out to see it, I highly recommend. You don't need to know anything about the original. It does help if you've seen at least one of the original films, but you don't have to. There are gags and like cameos specifically that make it even better because of just how things were done.
Specifically one cameo in particular.
One cameo in particular. And that's probably his best cameo to date.
Yes.
I just hope that's not so.
Especially because we were hoping for him to come back, and then he did, and it was great.
Yeah, and it was like it's fucking hilarious. The guy, the guy with the crab hands. That line, my God, what a line to go out.
Wait, there's a guy with crab hands in this movie.
You would have to go watch to find out. It's
okay.
I want to gush about it, but I don't want to spoil any more than we already have.
Okay, tell me this: is he obsessed with money?
Who?
the guy with
Which
the crab hands.
Oh no.
I was making a Mr. Krabs joke. It's whatever. Anyway.
So
but yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
That wraps the Naked Gun segment. Now we can look the moment you're waiting for. Time to talk about our adventures in Vancouver and leading up, of course, to the legendary Piss Bus.
Yes.
Oh my God. All right, we can finally get the Carfax on that.
Yes.
Let's see. Let's try and think of some good highlights. Let's see. At the convention we went to, we saw the 404s. We went to Anime Revolution, and the 404s, who are a comedy troupe. And in one of their smaller ones, it was basically a panel where you got to ask for advice, and you got the good, the bad, and the ugly in terms of advice from a panel. Someone used that to propose.
Oh, shit.
And they accepted. The person they accepted cut the line and immediately asked, so I just got proposed to here at a live event. How do you suggest I top it? The good response was, well, obviously come back next year to renew your vows here at the panel. The bad response was, you just said it yourself. Top. The ugly response was, well, obviously you come back next year for your divorce proceedings. That was a big highlight of it. Well, what other good con stories were there?
That's really good.
They were really funny. We brought back the Zellers joke. Twi did that.
Yes.
With
no, that was at the same event. So the year that Raymond first came to the con, we mostly just went to the 404 panels. We didn't go to any other panels. But there was a recurring joke. There was a recurring joke that everyone focused on for the 404s to do in their gags. And that was the concept of Zellers. Specifically in their D&D campaign, where Zellers was like a religious cult worshipping Zug.
And so Twi got up to ask her question to the panel.
Yeah.
What was your question? Like you had
It, oh, excuse me.
God damn.
It was something that you had suggested of how to word it, and like
I give you
well,
the initial prompt about like atheism and that stuff.
Yeah. I was saying that I was wanting to get into some sort of worship, but I wanted to do it in sort of atheistic way. So I was asking for like a brand, specifically a dead one that had come back to life. And then everyone at the panel who had been there for the Zellers thing, they fucking died.
There was one guy who was like he was temporarily out of the rotation for the panels because they were rotating. They rotated. He was just sitting off to the side on a chair, fucking melted in place. Like he slid all the way off his fucking chair laughing.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Did I tell Robbie's
That's cool.
my question? Is that why he's asking, or is he just asking me what my question was?
Oh, yeah.
Or did you tell
I don't think that you did. I don't think I did.
Did I delete that? I hope I didn't. I can try and recreate it. Why? Can I just my regular notes? There we go.
Yeah, Sellers is sort of still kind of alive. Okay, so I did tell Robbie, but
okay, so
Zellers was a big thing back in the day. It was kind of like Walmart and Kmart back then. It kind of died off. It did kind of come back with the Hudson's Bay Company. It was a thing within the Hudson's Bay Company, which it's died again now that the Hudson's Bay Company has died off. Although some rich lady has bought the Hudson's Bay Company, so it might be coming back. Which might also bring back Zellers. So we have the double religion now of the Christ figure who has died twice and come back to life twice.
Oh shit.
So my question to ask was, in accent, so as an enterprising, world-dominating supervillain, I have many plans. I keep getting thwarted by a group of 5, sometimes 6, colorfully coordinated teenagers with attitude. How might you suggest that I deal with them? I said it. I did my accent way better because I wasn't sick.
Of course.
But the response I got, the first guy was like, "Well, obviously we're talking about the Power Rangers," and I had to be like, "We're legally distinct." But he's like, "Oh, obviously. Well, if you're talking about them, I was going for more just general German." But he's like, "If we're going for that, just wait a year and there will be a new team. You don't have to deal with the old one." Which I thought was a hilarious way to go about it.
Yeah,
that was the good
really
one.
Good.
The bad one was, well, just dox them. They're teenagers. Once their parents get involved. And then the ugly response was, "Have you tried a gun?" And my immediate response to kind of help that was like, "No, I haven't." My plan is the next time, if I can get to another panel like that and sometime in the future, I'll be like, "So I took your advice. How might you suggest one get out of multiple homicide charges?"
Well, wait. No. The bad one could just be like, well, that's easy. Just call it a suicide.
Are you affiliated with Hillary Clinton? Sorry, I mean,
No.
but yes, that was some fun stuff at the convention. What other wacky things? There was a bunch of people there who were dressed up as Shugokara characters, which caught us both by surprise. That was wild.
Oh.
And they didn't even know about the new manga series being released. That was the wilder part. They were just there because they liked Shugokara, which has been dead.
Yeah.
Than the new manga has been dead for like 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Was making a 20,000 plus word doc for magic items in my campaign too much? Also, a dozen islands with One Piece backstories too much? Sir, are you okay?
Yeah, and how long has this campaign been going on? Did y'all just start it, or are you just like... I don't even know.
This thing that you're doing, we have a word for that in the writing circles. It's called world builder's disease.
Well, to be fair, he's doing it for a tabletop campaign he's going to run, so it's not the worst thing to be doing.
It's still world builder's disease.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely more than than what would be the usual for that kind of thing. But I mean, as long as you're having fun with it, then that's fine. But that story kind of reminds me of like my very first convention at Otakon, where they did like a freaking Mad Libs panel. I remember that being very funny. Too bad they didn't bring that back. I wish they did. Also, speaking of like cosplays, I'm happy that I went as the main character World Trigger Osamu, and I was surprised that about 15 people I met at the con recognized me and took pictures of
Nice.
me with it. Yeah, that which is way more compared to last year, which I think was like 7 or 8, maybe even less. People probably have to verify that he was with me that time too. But that was really cool. Oh, and I also finally got to meet one of my favorite voice actors there. Kari Walgren,
Nice.
who you guys might know as Haruka from Fooly Cooly, or in
Ooh.
current years, Seiko from Dandadan.
Nifty.
The
Nice.
funny thing
Oh.
is that when I met her though, technically we met before. Because I tried to meet her at a different convention, but I wasn't able to. So after I was done with the guy I was in's booth, I just awkwardly said bye. Hope to see you next time, and that was 6 years ago. But when I met her, she had this face, after I introduced myself, and she said, "Have we met?" And I was like, "Oh my god!" She recognized me even after all that time. So she was very sweet. It was great, having a short chat with her. And that was basically the only guest I really wanted to meet, other than Hiroshi Kamiya, who was there, which it was unfortunate to find out that for Japanese guests this year, they're held by reservations. And I didn't know that until at that time, so I wasn't able to meet them, unfortunately.
Oh, that sucks. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting anecdote that you might be interested in. The former CEO of Bandai was at Anime Revolution.
Yeah,
oh,
it was.
awesome.
He stopped in at the, there was a whole panel for Gunpla that he apparently stopped in at. He had a translator and his son was there, because his son is apparently looking to move to Vancouver. So.
Got you. Okay. That's news to me. Oh, also, since people are mentioning Mega Man in the chat, I found out in the line that I was going to meet Kari. Apparently next year there's going to be another convention in DC where the main 4 cast members of Death Note are going to be showing up as guests there, including Brad Swale, who plays Light, or by who other people know him as Lan Hikari, the main character of Mega Man NT Warrior.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I am
fuck that
more
Light
than
dude.
likely...
Land's where it's at.
So in preparation for that, I bought a copy of Mega Man Network Transmission for the GameCube from a vendor in the dealer's hall.
Oh, you poor child. I'm so sorry.
I don't know. I hear all right things about Network Transmission specifically.
I have never heard anyone beat the first level.
For real?
It is like I played it when I rented it when I was a kid. Fucking hell, that game is hard.
Okay.
It is brutally difficult. Like, we're talking harder than classic Mega Man.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, luckily I don't have a GameCube, so I don't have to worry about that. But maybe I'll find other means to play it at some point, just to say that I did. But yeah, hopefully I'll be showing up at that convention just so I can have him sign it. Because I always wanted to meet Brad Swale. He's another one of my favorites.
But can I beat it now as an adult? Fuck if I know. I ain't going back. that wasn't the kind of experience I was looking for anyway. I was looking for something more along the lines of the original Battle Network games, but no, it's more of a side-scroller, and I don't like side-scrollers very much.
Yeah.
So that's why you couldn't beat it.
No, I've seen experienced side-scrollers and Mega Man fans struggle with that game. Like
Oh,
it's
wow.
legendarily hard.
Okay.
Anyway, I guess now we can finally reveal behind the curtain the legend of the piss piss.
Hang on.
Oh.
I was going to talk about my experiences meeting some of the guests.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine.
Because at some of the guests that were at our con this year were Mimi Tachikawa's new voice actress, as well as Taichi's new voice actor, Zeno Robinson, who also voices Hawks in MHA.
Oh, I recognize that guy's name. Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah. So what I did, well, I actually just found Mimi's voice actress on a whim. I didn't know that she was there. I was just like wandering around the dealer's hall, and then I saw that, and I saw the woman sitting there, and she had a hat on saying, "I am not this person," which was really funny.
Is someone watching this?
That's
stuff?
fantastic.
Yeah, but she said that she was supposed to be arriving pretty soon, but she would have loved to see me in costume. So I waited for a while. Excuse me. I came back
Did I mention we're
around
both sick?
when yeah. And I drank all of my water, so but I came back after I left for a little while to see if her coming back. Pissed Raymond off because I was supposed to meet
You
him.
fucking vanished
there.
on me. I didn't know where you were, and then the hilarious thing is we ended up basically just missing each other at the exact same stall elsewhere in the dealer's hall.
Yeah, because where I went to was a local voice acting panel booth.
Okay.
And they had a thing there where you could do a little bit of voice acting for the first episode of Inuyasha. And so I signed up for that while I was waiting for Mimi's voice actress to come back. And then and because the time was up, I decided to go back to the panel. And apparently, right before I had gone to the voice acting panel, Raymond was at the voice actress booth waiting for me. And then I guess when I went back there, he'd gone and we just like missed each other. It was great.
Oh my god.
But yeah, she was so excited to see me as Mimi, and I told her a little bit about like what we were doing. So we were getting commissions for our roleplay, which is a crossover between Digimon and Kingdom Hearts, and she was just like, "Oh yeah, like Mimi would totally just fall in love with Roxas." It's like, it's like,
oh, so she's a fan too. That's great.
Yeah, it's great. And I said, she asked me if I had met Zeno yet, and I said, yeah, I got his photograph. I wanted to draw something for him, but I didn't get the time. And actually, I did that night. I drew him a picture of Hawks with Hawkmon.
Ah, that's neat. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, and I gave it to him. And the only thing that I have is just a couple of pictures that I took of the drawing. But that was a really nice highlight of being able to draw that photo or draw that picture for him and then give it to him.
It's really sweet. Oh, I almost
Robbie,
forgot.
stop saying cloaca.
Stop.
I almost forgot. Apparently a Power Ranger was at the convention.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you know how little that narrows it down?
I don't remember. They don't really show up all that often. But anyways, I don't remember which one, but I believe he's the Silver Ranger for Wild Force. Now, I'm not much of a Wild Force fan because I didn't grow up with it, but one of my friends actually got to meet him, and he wasn't even on the guest list. He just kind of essentially carpooled from another booth or another vendor in the dealer's hall. So people just got his autograph and stuff.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's only one of the weakest actors in all of Power Rangers.
Oh shit.
I he has a very delivery.
Okay.
Anyway,
I never saw Wild Force, so I wouldn't really know.
Neither have I.
Philip Andrew. I don't know the actor. I just know his character was named Merrick. I just looked it up. Anyway,
Philip Andrew, I think that's the guy. I
Yeah.
think.
So now I guess should we talk about the legendary?
Yes.
Okay, so
All right.
in Vancouver, basically you can survive just by taking public transportation. It's a very robust public transportation system. Pretty good.
Cool.
Overall,
Yes.
generally a decent experience. A lot of time standing if you don't get on the bus at the right spot or the right time. The place that we were staying, we largely had to take buses instead of taking the SkyTrain, which overall I think I just enjoy the SkyTrain better. I think everyone
Yeah.
would. Buses are fine, typically speaking. But there was one night, I think it was the last night we were... Was it the last night we were in
Yes.
Vancouver? We were coming home from
Yeah,
Metro
it
Town,
was.
I want to say. Or no, we weren't coming from Metro Town. It was somewhere else. Where were we? We were out looking for the 3 and Up store, weren't we?
Yes. Yeah, I think we were coming home from that.
Right, and we got to Main Street and got on the bus there. We got on this bus, and the first thing that really hit you, like as you walk in, is just the overwhelming smell of piss. And we're not talking we're not talking fresh piss. We're talking piss that has been pissed decades ago. It is old and crusted and uncomfortable. It is nauseating to a degree. We sit down in our seats, and there is a person, and I say person because I'm not sure if it was a man or a woman. All I know is it looks like the half-bred rejected half-sibling of Marilyn Manson, sitting on a chair near the middle of the first section because it was a double car bus in the first car, but halfway through it, we sat near the back of that first car, and this person had no eyebrows. That was the most distinguishing characteristic about them. They had no eyebrows. They would, at every stop or so, get up, walk past us and everyone else in that car to the middle or the front of the second car, or about the middle connecting joint, and sit down in another seat. And then they would flip between that seat and the seat in the front.
God.
And every time they walked past, every time, just this waft of that smell came with them.
Yeah.
We were convinced by the end of it was just radiating off this person. I'm just hearing all this for the first time. What the fuck? Yeah, no, we mentioned the piss bus, I thought. No, we mentioned the piss bus in the chat.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we did.
But there was this point where the person stopped right in front of me and thumbed into their back pocket, jutting their hips towards my face. And I thought for a second, they were looking right at me. I thought for a second they were going to sit down in the seat next to me. And it was going to be one of the moments where I was going to be blatantly rude and just say no. Luckily they didn't. But my God, I genuinely felt uncomfortable and unsafe that entire trip because this person just kept pacing back and forth.
Yeah, I don't fucking blame you at all because that sounds fucking awful.
Yeah.
I mean, we were laughing the entire time because it was an uncomfortable situation, but oh my God, still.
And then, when we were approaching our stop, I was like, okay, whichever side they're on of us, we go the opposite way to get off this fucking bus. And
yeah,
without question, as we got up to leave, I felt that person walking behind us, coming to go sit in the next chair that they were in sequence to sit in. And I just felt like it was like the moment where I'm like, I am in the most danger I have been in several years. The person was either high as a kite or drunk as hell or both. They were not drunk. I believe they were high.
Oh shit.
I don't know what
Yeah.
on,
That
but
would
they
probably
were
explain
high.
it.
And
Sounds like this
there was
person
no
was
shortage of high people in Vancouver. I will tell you that.
Yeah, we do have a little bit of an epidemic going on in Vancouver for the last several years.
I will comment. The
Very
last
high
time I came to
population.
Vancouver, it was not this bad.
Yeah,
I would
it
presume
has.
so.
I mean, it's been worse. To be fair, like Raymond said, we were mostly on the SkyTrain for most of our trips, so we took buses mostly.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a different experience. So that would
We also
probably be
passed
the reason
right
why.
through the bad neighborhood on our way downtown.
Yeah, we passed through East Hastings, and generally the bad section of Chinatown.
Yep.
Which is where a
Got
lot of
it.
these people congregate.
Right. Okay.
He's just a local piss dealer. Don't judge him too harshly. Everyone has to make a living somehow, for real, for real. The piss dealer on the piss bus. Yes, I'm sure that's what it was.
Yep.
I was just glad that we were doing laundry that night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thank.
Because our clothes smelled of it when we got back. It was gross.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
Oh, it stuck to your. Oh.
Yes.
Oh god.
Bear Grylls has really let himself. Shut up.
What?
You know Bear Grylls. I gotta drink my own piss, man.
Oh, I forgot
That
about
meme?
Yeah. Holy shit.
But yeah, that's the legend of the piss bus. It could have been worse, I imagine, and thank God it wasn't.
Yeah.
How many showers did you need after that? Just the one, thank God.
Okay.
But I still don't feel clean.
Yeah, I bet. God. Okay. Thankfully, with me, nothing nearly that crazy happened. Thank God, because we had a hotel basically like I don't know 15, which is a 15-minute walk away from the convention center. So.
Yeah. Good thing he wasn't armed. Hopefully. Yeah, we wouldn't know.
Well. Yeah. We don't. I mean, knives and stuff aside, you don't really have regular people with firearms around in Canada.
Do I say the other day?
That's not a thing.
My brother, who is studying pharmacy, told us the other day while eating that piss is just super filtered blood. No,
yes.
ish. Like it's the opposite of that, isn't it? Like it's like the waste filtered from the blood. It's the offshoot of the filtering.
Well, no, the blood is dead. You're pissing the blood out.
Right.
That's how you get rid of blood that is no longer alive.
All around me are familiar faces. All around my
So what you're telling me is that pissing blood is okay. Got it.
Oh my god. Okay. Well.
Anyway, that was our adventure in Vancouver, and other than dying on the way home because I was sick the entire flight.
Yeah.
There's probably some more stories we could tell, but I think we've covered a lot of the high points, and we'll probably naturally bring up other ones in conversation. For now, let us talk about the death of romance anime.
Alrighty.
Yes. I'm curious.
I am too. This was one of those videos that was brought up. We covered the topic a couple of months ago, I want to say.
A few months, yeah.
So I'm wondering how this will manifest necessarily, because we had some really bad arguments from that last one. I wonder how it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Online College told me it's normal to piss blood. Yep. All right. Well, now that we have all that solidified, I'm going to crank this up to the maximum. And are you guys ready to begin?
Yeah.
I am ready.
They used to be beautiful, heart-wrenching, hilarious, heartbreaking. They used to make me scream at 2 a.m. as a lonely, sleep-deprived grade schooler back in 2008. Where romance anime today is, okay. Is he jerking off? Please, anybody explain! What happened to the uwu shit? The flustered moments with the orbs in the background and the fourth wall-breaking arrows that add comedy and sustenance? Shit that brings the viewer in to say this show doesn't take itself seriously, but the characters do. Romance in anime is often characterized by the term showjo, which...
Okay. First of all,
Interesting.
where'd that shit go? It hasn't left?
It never left. What the fuck? What?
Fruits Basket came out 6 years ago, bitch.
And they do that all the time in My Dress Up Darling. What the fuck?
She kind of used My Dress Up Darling.
Yes.
That's kind of weird. Is she gonna be one of those people who is saying that because you have moments where the characters are in a state of undress, that suddenly it's just horny and there's nothing really shoujo-esque about it? Because I can tell you, ma'am, there is a lot of horny shit in shoujo too.
Guys,
Yeah,
give you some context. This video came out in October of 2022. So I don't think Dandadan was out by that point.
No, it wasn't.
Also,
but
that was 1 year after the end of the remake of Fruits Basket came out.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I was gonna say the movie prequel came out that season, the winter season.
Prelude,
which is when this video came out. Yeah.
So
like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And even before that, the fall season, we had freaking no, not Komi-san. Oh my god, Filty.
We had
yeah,
Komi-san.
Komi-san was that season. Yeah, it was that season. The filter was just fucking weird on Mal right now. But yeah,
I was gonna say Komi-san is adorable. Like it's super soft and cuddly, and it's all about that uwu shit.
Yeah.
Shit that brings the viewer in to say this show doesn't take itself seriously, but the characters do.
That's also a problem to me. Oh, the show doesn't take itself seriously, but the characters do. No, if the show doesn't take itself seriously, it's not taking its characters seriously either. The characters taking themselves seriously means the show is taking it seriously. What the fuck are you saying?
I have no idea what she meant by this. Like, also, if you wanted that, there's Kanojo to Kanojo, which is the show about this guy who accidentally sort of got into a polyamorous relationship, and the show is completely comedic and off the wall, and that was in the summer of 2021.
Izanagi, I have several points to make. 1, does she hate fan service? 2, is she seriously using Rent a Girlfriend, a manga I hear nothing good about, as an example?
Yeah.
3, might I introduce her to Kaguya-sama? Yeah!
Yeah, 110%. Like, dude, this is crazy. Also, of course she hates fan service. We're gonna need a bingo card for all.
I was gonna say,
things.
I definitely got the implication of that. Let's let her say it in specific.
All right, let her cook, sure.
Romance in anime is often characterized by the term shoujo, which literally translates to young girl.
No. That is not... No. That's not... That's completely different. That's a genre of romance and a demographic of shoujo. You are conflating the two. Just because there is a large overlap between them does not mean they are synonymous. Do not use them that way. Already we got the first big mistake.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Like, she's equating the fact that the kanji literally is small woman to be like, yes, this is the entire demographic and the entire everything related to this. And we can just add on a whole bunch of extra stuff to it. It's like, no, stop. Enough.
Yeah, that's why.
Please,
get some help. Stop it. Get some help.
And is said to just be fluffy hee uwu love stuff, while shonen translates to young boy, which tends to correlate with the pow pow boom shows, when in reality, shonen also has this, romance. This, yeah, really cute romance. And this, which made me gross sob and stay in my room for 5 days, and you're telling me this is just for boys? Enjoying show?
No!
No, well,
No!
no.
What the?
Like,
I
just
get
because-
this. It's just because
Ah.
the demographic aim is at one demographic does not mean it is exclusive to that demographic. You are watching it. You
No.
are allowed to consume it and enjoy it.
No, Raymond,
Yeah.
when Dragon Ball comes on TV, all the women in Japan get put in their cages.
Oh, damn. What did my cage look like then when I watched it?
I was going to say there was a voice actress that we heard a panel on in the convention that would talk about how much she loved Dragon Ball, and she got her early
Yeah.
start doing the screams through it.
She's one of the few who escaped.
Yeah, she
We
got
need
out
to
of
tighten
the
up security. We need to tighten up security, people.
Shoujo anime also isn't just high school romance, it's also political action adventures, complex drama, shows that the
Okay.
fellas are really sleeping on, but shh, we aren't talking about that.
Wait,
I
hold
love
on. Back it up. Back
What
it
the
the fuck
fuck?
up. What old anime fan who is male does not know about fucking Nana, dude? Every year, I've heard more good things about Nana from men than from women. The fuck are you talking about?
Fucking one of my favorite comics to read right now is I Will Conquer This Family, which admittedly is in fact or I Will Master This Family. There's a lot of translations. Yeah, it's a manhwa, it's not a manga, but it falls very cleanly within the shoujo romance something, and I adore it. It's great. I don't know how to express it anyway. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Guys aren't sleeping on this shit.
Yeah, what?
Maybe some guys are, but not all of them. You can't just blanket statement an entire demographic of people.
Yeah, the only reason why Nana isn't being talked about all that much nowadays is because it wasn't made in the 2020s. I don't know what else to freaking tell you. Like,
Yeah,
most
they have a
anime
old
fans
span.
are... Yeah, most anime fans are made up of freaking teenagers
What
who
exactly
are
is the difference
just
between
getting
manga
started
and
with this
manhwa?
stuff.
Manhwa is Korean and typically told in a breakless
Shit.
style where it scrolls down and you just keep on scrolling.
Horror
Also,
Media came out
the-
2021, yes.
Also, the writing style for a lot of Korean shit is like breakneck
Yes.
fucking drama speed. Like
Yes.
I don't like a lot of Korean stuff because it's like, can I breathe?
It's
Please?
actually
Yeah.
probably why I
Yeah.
like I Will Master This Family so much. It's actually rather well paced. It takes
Oh, that's good.
No, that's good to
it,
hear.
it takes like 100 chapters before I'm not even sure how many chapters I'm in. It takes hundreds of chapters, maybe even, before the main character becomes an adult. It's like a lot of her childhood. It's like, wow, okay.
Because like I've experienced a couple of I've experienced a couple of different Korean stuff. Like there's some Korean manhwa,
Right.
a Korean drama that I watched called Cinderella's Sister. That was pretty awful because
Okay.
none of the characters are likable.
Oh,
Like
shit.
literally the only likable character is the side character who was a child at the beginning of the story, and then he went away for a couple of years and became hot because he went into the military.
Okay.
But he's not like the main love interest. The main love interest is an asshole. The main character is an asshole. Everyone around them are assholes. It's like, why am I still watching this? I dropped it.
Yeah, that's...
No, I was gonna say I Will Master This Family is like coming up on 200 chapters, and it takes a good long while before the main character even gets to be an adult and really get involved in a lot of the political machinations of the story. And even before that, it was really good at involving her in unique little ways of her just kind of nudging things in certain directions.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I do recommend it. It's a really it's a fun, sometimes dark, but typically more lighthearted story.
All of the romance manhwa I've read were bad. I'm sorry. I that which is unfortunate. I know there are some.
There
good
are-
ones
That's
out
also the
there,
fun
but-
one. Is like the main character is actually kind of trying to avoid the romance she ends up falling into. It's
Oh, that's funny.
It's because like politically it shouldn't work out for them. It'd be a bad idea, and it's like,
Right.
oh god damn it. It's
Yeah.
The one manhwa that I did kind of like, and I was interested in seeing where it was going to go, I don't think I ever finished. I don't know if it was actually fully translated or not, actually. But the story follows a girl with amnesia after a car accident or something like that, and she's trying to find out like anything about herself. And through her experiences going back to school, she realizes she was a fucking bitch. And she was like, oh no. Because they're like, apparently she was like fucking Regina George. She just had everybody under her thumb. She was like this master manipulator who had blackmail material on like everyone in the school, including these two guys who the story focuses a lot on, who just absolutely hate her. And the whole story is her trying to say like, hey, I'm not that person because I literally don't remember anything, and I just want friends, and I just want to know more about myself, and just learning like more about the school that she's in, and that she kind of needs to be a little bit more like her past self somehow, or else she's gonna get eaten up by the rest of the school.
Yugok says Horiyama came out in 2021. Izanagi says, unfortunately, shonen manhwa have some issues as evident by Tower of God, God of High School, and Solo Leveling.
Oh my god, don't talk to me about freaking Tower God. I used to love that manhwa, but after a while, it kind of just had the freaking Dragon Ball effect where things just kept going and going and going.
I was gonna say, I sniffed that out almost immediately, because every single arc that they had that I managed to get through, which I got through the first season, I forced me and Floof to get through it. It has that we have to justify why the circumstances are the way they are in order to drum up drama, as opposed to things naturally playing out.
Yes, exactly. It just... And the pages of the manhwa got even more fucking chaotic. I had a harder time following what the hell was happening.
Oh, and I thought it was boring as fuck at first.
The first arc definitely was, but I thought the middle point was all right. Go ahead.
Aiden asks me, why is it, oh no, he's hot. The manhwa is called Forget About Love.
Okay.
It was one of the early manhwa that got published by Tokyo Pop, actually.
Oh, interesting.
The only manhwa I ever read was I Love Amy. Yeah. I can never get into I Love Amy. For some reason, it just never clicked with me. Okay.
Shojo as much as the next person, and because I like looking outside of my demographic. Going deep was a really sleeping one, but shh, we aren't talking about that. I love shoujo as much as the next person, and because I like looking outside of my demographic. Going deeper into anime.
Unique.
Wait.
So true. So
I love
unique.
shoujo as next thing because I like looking out, but the demographic is you. You are the demographic for shoujo. What the? My brain?
Well, I mean, she's not a young girl anymore.
I guess.
I guess. Yeah, that's all I can say, I guess.
I guess you can say, I'm not like other girls. There's something about shoujo romance that brings the audience in. It focuses on such a slow burn and just character interaction and relationships with greater depth and subtlety. I'm telling you that shoujo romance anime puts tension between two characters on a whole nother level.
Okay, interesting question for you, Twi. Shirayuki and Zen from Snow with the Red Hair, or Renton and Orca? Who is the better romance?
Ooh,
That's a good question, actually. I've seen that show too. I love that Snowy with the Red Hair.
See, it's a difficult thing to say because they have such they're very different. I don't know if you can really equate them because they both have very sweet romances and they both have different tensions and different ways to make the romance difficult or have problems in them.
Yeah.
Because the reason
So-
why I asked that is because I think it's safe to say Eureka 7 falls kind of into the shonen category. I think it's pretty safe.
It
Yeah,
squarely is shonen. It is a shonen with heavy focus on romance.
Yes.
So I get the feeling she's going to equate all shonen romance to basically these not well developed romances. That's basically what she's building up to. It feels like it's like she's immediately like, oh, shoujo used to be about these slow, well developed romances, as if you can't get that in a shonen.
And as if you don't have that now with shoujo anyway.
It could also be like we don't know anything about this video. It could also be that she's lamenting that shoujo has changed in modern years. That it's more like shonen.
Possibly, but Spice and Wolf. Well, I guess that it came out after this. But like,
yeah,
Spice
that came
and
out.
Wolf just came out with a new series. So
I think that you could make a case with both Fruits Basket and Spice and Wolf, though, is that they're remakes of an older series.
Right.
But it would
like they're not
it still proves
new.
that it's a desirable thing to capture upon.
Yeah.
Like the demographic is still there for it, effectively.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You could make arguments either way of being like, well, these aren't new properties. And in order for a new property to be able to capture an audience and not die, that you need to have these changes, and that something like Spice and Wolf and Fruits Basket, they already have a built-in audience that is older and is more used to these older conventions, and so that you can be safe remaking the series, sort of thing.
The Orange Man says, I've added 10 more items with quests to my campaign. You're a crazy person. Yugok says, by the way, Romantic Killer aired in 2022.
I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that one, but I'll take your character for it. Your word for it.
1, 2.
She's afraid of relationships with greater depth and subtlety. I'm telling you that shoujo romance anime puts tension between two characters on a whole nother level. She's afraid of thunder, so he put headphones on her? I'm not really saying that romance anime is actually dead like what the title says, but
Oh! Fucking hell!
Well, that's all, folks. See you next time.
I'm gotta use the rest. I'll be back. I'm gonna use the rest.
See you next time on Team Jacked.
So you effectively made the title of your video clickbait. Cool.
Didn't this happen with the previous one too?
Yeah.
Dog, do we need to put that in the fucking bingo too?
God, just please go, ma'am. Go sit in the corner and think about what you have done. Like, there is a difference between the clickbait that most people talk about now, which is just making your video appealing, and what clickbait actually is, which is lying to your audience in order to get them to click on your fucking video, which is what you have done. No. Bad. You're grounded, ma'am. You're grounded.
God, it pisses me off so much that I get called a clickbaiter for fixing Ruby.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, there's our bingo card, fixing Ruby mentioned. I get called a baiter for that when it's just I'm flatly attempting to fix a broken story. Like, I put it out there. It's not clickbait. It's literally just me saying what I'm trying to do. This is, and meanwhile, this shit gets passed under the fucking radar.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Take her to Detroit? Yes. Take her to the piss bus.
I mean, I would imagine if somebody. Oh my god, no.
3 hours in the piss bus.
Holy shit.
I should mention the ride in the piss bus was about 40 minutes. So yeah, that was a
Oh, okay. Wait, we gotta make it equivalent at least. Holy shit.
Also,
oh my god.
Also, he put headphones on her. Yeah, and
I mean,
he's observant. And
Yeah,
I'm
but,
sorry.
like,
How much more? I get it's a nice gesture, but how deep exactly is this? All you're going is, oh, that's so cute, squee. That's not
and
deep.
also, there are romance anime that were made that year and before it that did the exact same thing. I'm pretty sure. What's that one? Something MMO Junkie. I remember that show. That one was really good. That had a very similar thing going on. Like almost bar for bar, that same sort of scene. Like what? And that was made in like what, 2019, 2016, something?
Don't most shoujo manga just get adapted as live action? That's actually a very good question. That's something that doesn't get talked about a lot, is that there are plenty of manga that get adapted into live action shows that just don't make it over here because it's not anime. And that's the
Yes,
thing
recovery of an MMO junkie. Yes, thank you, chat.
Well, I do know that both, Peach Girl and Skip Beat both got anime adaptations and live action adaptations.
Right. So the ratio might, depending on the ratio, there might be more of that kind of content that they would want than they thought, you know?
Oh, Library Wars. That was also one that got both an anime and a live action adaptation.
Send her to the Rent a Girlfriend universe. She's mentioned it.
Yeah. Yep. And like, again, I don't think anyone likes it right now.
That was a hilarious thing. I think I mentioned this to you, Twi, but because the manga swatched, I think I mentioned it to you for sure. I were talking about the World of Otome games is tough for mobs, which, by the way, do recommend. Great show. Really a lot of fun. The manga just recently got into a second arc where they have a new artist. And the people were complaining about how they made the main character look like the main character from Rent-A-Girl, or Rent-A-Shit is how they called it.
Rent-A-Shit?
Yeah. You got living her best single life, romance the last thing on Anzu's mind, until a tiny matchmaking wizard suddenly turns her life into a cliched rom-com.
That's funny.
Robbie asked what Library Wars is about. So Library Wars is supposed to take place in the not too distant future in Japan, where censorship has gone insane. And in order to prevent books and other things from being censored, mainly books though, from being censored by the Japanese government, libraries have adopted military formations, and they have formed their own militaries to fight against the Japanese government. So the main character is a girl who wanted to join the library military because when she was a younger girl, one of her favorite books was saved from being censored by someone who was in the military. And she, being inspired by him, she went in and she wanted to become a soldier to fight against censorship. And then there is a romance with her senior officer and all of that. It's a very sweet romance, very comedic. It is a bit of a rom-com of sorts with a bit of a drama and action in it, because it is a war where they actually fight battles and stuff like that.
A1, E2, R3, no, it is not at all like Read or Die. Read or Die is not at all about, like, Read or Die is a much more, like, shonen action.
It's much simpler.
Series.
Yeah, at least in regards to that sort of premise. Oh, by the way, I met the only person that cosplayed as the main character from Read or Die.
Oh, you met a Yomiko! Nice!
Yes. Yeah, I almost didn't recognize her because she, didn't have a wig on. She had brown hair as opposed to like blackish hair like the main character has, and she didn't have the jacket either.
Does Darling in the Franxx count as a romance anime? Yes, actually. I would say it's a romance anime.
Yeah, I don't know why that's a question. Absolutely.
Phantom of the Night. My theory is that most shoujo reading audiences either already consumed or went on to reading webtoon, manhwa, and K-dramas. Probably. There's a lot of this shit that she's actually talking about with like the headphones and shit. That's all over manhwa. That is like
Yes.
pure distilled manhwa shoujo, where I think basically it's manhwa is just diet manga. It's that's all it is to me
Honestly.
a lot of times. Anyway,
afraid of thunder, so he put headphones on her? I'm not really saying that romance anime is actually dead like what the title says, but the type of romance anime that came out between the mid-2000s and the 2010s are pretty much gone. Done. Dead. Shonen really is the lifeline for romance anime right now. Coming out with Horimiya, My Dress Up Darling, the Quintuplets anime, Komi Can't Communicate, Rent.
whoa, is Quince considered shonen?
I don't know. Media. Someone grab media. Mediocrity 4. He might know this.
I never liked Darling in the Franxx. Well, I'm sorry to hear you say that. I unironically enjoy it, even the bad parts. I recognize they're bad.
Yeah. At least you're recognizing that much, so we'll let you live.
Yeah, but yeah, it's because it's not the 2010s anymore. What the hell? Also, Rent a Girlfriend?
Yeah.
Like, really? I guess it's popular. Is it popular? Or is it just popular to shit on?
Infamous. I mean, for Western fans, definitely popular to shit on. I don't know how it is in Japan right now, but might be a very similar thing.
A girlfriend. Whereas I'm looking for shows like Kimi ni Todoke, Snow White with the Red Hair, or on High School Host Club, Maid-sama, Kami-sama Kiss, Aoharu Ride. What happened to
Fruits Basket?
What?
It's right there, Fruits Basket!
Wait, what? And hold on just a fucking second. What year did Snow White with the Red Hair come
2012.
out?
2010.
Oh, 2010?
Yeah.
I thought that was 2012, yeah. Around that era.
I thought it was a little bit. I thought it was a little
Also,
bit
yes,
later.
Quintuplets
Alright.
was published in a shonen magazine. Fair enough.
All right.
Well,
Technically, the manga came out in 2006. And the anime came out in 2015.
oh, so it's even later than we expected.
Yeah.
Oh, Snow White with the red hair, or are you talking about
Yes.
girlfriend? Okay, so
that
yeah,
means
so it's like
even like
it's
yeah,
not
it's
even-
mid 2010s. Then what the fuck are you talking about?
yeah, so like all these anime that came back in the day. What 2015 back in the day?
That was 10 years ago.
What are you fucking talking
Oh
about?
god, that was 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was 10 years ago.
Anyway, yeah, what the fuck?
these love stories? Where did the romance go? I
Hang
miss
on, let me
shoujo
look at
so
Kami-sama
much.
Kiss.
And I want to
Okay.
talk about it. Hi there, my name is
I heard of
Inaku.
that show. I
Okay,
never
I'm
watched
just gonna
it.
do something real quick here to double check. Let's see.
Okay, so the manga came out in 2008, and does it have an anime?
I believe it does.
Yeah. Okay, so the anime came out in 2012. It only has. Wait. Oh no, Kami-sama Kiss 2. Okay, so 2012 for the first season, 2015 for the second season, 2016 for the OVA.
Okay, so just going down, Sasaki to Miyano, which is it's a yaoi, but whatever. It still counts. It's a josei romance, josei shoujo
Right.
romance. Heroine Tarumono Kiwari heroine to Nashi no Oshigoto. Tokyo Mew Mew new. Kamikuzu Idol. Kokyu no Karasu. Idolish 7, the third beat 2. Akuyaku Reijo Nanode Last Boss wo Kata Mish. God, I can't say these while I'm sick. Mushiki Hime, Cool Doji Danshi, Fruits Basket Prelude, Sasaki to Miyano, Kuroshi Ai, Baro Soretsu. So this is a random list. They had English titles there at the bottom, like Love of Kill, Requiem of the Rose King, Play It Cool Guys, Bibliophile Princess, I'm the Villainess, so I'm taming the final boss. Like,
Oh yeah.
this shit
I
came
hear
out
a lot
in
of good things about
2022,
that
and it's
one
just
in
some
particular.
random guys list. I'm finding the best romance anime of 2022 ranked.
Yeah.
Also, Yui Trigger says Rent a Girlfriend is not a shonen. It was published in the magazine, Weekly Shonen Magazine. It is considered a shonen.
Yeah. Like, remember,
Right.
guys, it's a demographic. Shonen and shoujo are demographics. They are not in it of themselves a genre. Don't misconstrue the two. Call of the Night also came out, although that was also probably shonen.
Right. Granted, that might be a little later in the year because y'all said that this came out in like the fall, right? Actually, yeah. So she should know about this. What the fuck?
I don't know why she didn't mention teasing Master Takagi. That's an even more wholesome than freaking say Nagatoro.
Yes. Oh my god, freaking
Komi-san, Call of the Night, Romantic Killer. Yeah, like it feels like she's just I don't know what she fucking wants. She wants the old days.
I have no fucking idea. Okay,
just
but
watch
like,
the old anime then.
Well, not even just that, but like a lot of that is still here in the new stuff. Like with fucking Uzaki-chan, I hear good things about that. The freaking the remake of Urusei Yatsura was in the fall. What the fuck?
Let's see. My Next Life as a Villainess.
Yeah.
Which came out in where is it?
2020? 21?
Come on. No, not that page. Give me the actual wiki page. Thank you. It began serialization in 2014 on a website. I don't know what genre it is. Or what demographic. It looks pretty
What magazine was it from? If it got published officially.
It's a self-novel. It's a Japanese novel self-publishing website. So let's see.
Okay.
Acquired by Ichijinsha. Manga-related publications. Light novel has been licensed by J Novel Club. Okay. Josei. It's considered.
All right.
It's a Josei manga.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's very popular.
The novel series ran until 2015. The light novel is still ongoing. Manga still ongoing. The other manga is ended. Didn't know that. Okay. And the anime television series was 2020. It got a second season in 2021. I'm sorry, miss. Were you paying attention? Because that has everything you want. That is like, by the numbers romance anime bullshit. And I love it. It's great. Twilight was not as invested in it as I was. But it's fine.
No.
Yugox, I miss Shojo so much. Then watch Shojo. For fuck's sake, I'm tired of people complaining about not getting enough when they just don't watch shit. There's several new Shojo every damn season. Yes! Nameless. The loathsome piss butt. That's an Elden Ring reference. The loathsome dung eater.
Oh my god.
He rides the piss bus.
But of course.
Yes.
But like, yeah, I retweeted a tweet I think earlier this week that was talking about just anime fans today, or maybe back then, just not knowing or caring about searching for the shit that they want. Like, anime as a medium has almost limitless amounts of shit that you can shift through. If there's something you want, there's somebody who animated it somewhere. Like, why not fucking watch any of it or search for it yourself?
Yep.
It's so dumb.
Of love, if you haven't noticed. I love romance anime. Slice of life romance is a genre staple. Stories about love, about your first crush, is a tale as old as time. There's sort of a guilty pleasure feeling to watching these stories. It's definitely not the most amazing, spectacular show that's coming out in a season. It's not Attack on Titan, it's not Chainsaw Man. The genre is really repetitive, and when you watch enough, it has an ending where you know exactly.
Oh, so you do know what Fruits Basket is!
Yeah, I was about to say, what? Also, what are you talking about? When I watch fucking Fruits Basket, Snow White with the Red Hair, Spice and Wolf, and MMO Junkie, these shows are incredibly fucking different, and all of their endings are incredibly fucking different.
Yeah,
The hell are you talking about?
Frickin' Fruits Basket goes from being kind of a slapstick romantic comedy to being such a heartfelt fucking family drama. It's like a supernatural family drama. It's great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kaiser, was that about the dress up darling in college discourse? Yeah, that's the one. And I found the tweet too. So basically, somebody says, in quotes, dress up darling should take place in college. The masses yearn for Genshiken. I watched Genshiken. That show's good. And the guy said, the thing is, there actually are plenty of anime set in college. The people complaining just won't bother looking at them. They're not looking for the anime itself, but for fandom discussions. So they likely won't watch this unless it explodes and everyone's talking about it.
I was gonna say Uzumaki. Is it Umaki-chan?
Uzaki-chan.
Uzaki-chan takes
The character's
place in college.
college.
You know what happened? People bitched about Uzaki-chan because she has big boobs, not realizing.
Yeah, because she's a short stack.
She's a short stack, and the original creator has the same exact fucking body type.
Yeah. So, like, none of y'all motherfuckers know what y'all want anyway. Like, this is what the shit that I'm talking about, right? People want to watch anime to be in the conversation to talk about anime, not to actually experience that shit themselves. Which is the most cringe shit humanly possible. I hate that shit. I fucking hate it. You mean to tell me that you only like this shit because I don't know, as like a popularity piece or to feel like you're a part of something? Like, can't y'all be satisfied for liking the same thing? Isn't that good enough?
I fully acknowledge. I don't pay the closest attention to all the anime coming out. I just kind of ride the waves, and if something reaches the top and it hits my interest, I'm like, okay, I'll give it a watch. And I'm content with that. I'm not going to complain that I don't have something that I specifically want because I have several avenues where I can get the shit that I want, including, but not limited to, old shows and fan fiction.
Yes. No,
I don't even watch new stuff anymore. I just continue watching the stuff that I like, that I watched as a kid. And if there is something that catches my eye, then I will go and watch it. There are some shows that I've seen on Crunchyroll when I've just been scrolling through and looking at what's there that has caught my eye, and I might be interested in watching it, but it has nothing to do with discourse of anything. It's just, this looks interesting, and I kind of like the premise, and I'll see if it's any good or not at some point when I get time.
It's so goddamn I guess disappointing or I guess embarrassing. Like, I understand this in regards to, like, say, younger anime fans, right? I understand that because, you know, part of the fun when you're at that age is getting into the conversation surrounding these shows. Like, I get it. But but most of the people who say and do this type of shit are fucking are our age, around our ages, 25, 26, older, all that.
We
kind
pay
of shit.
taxes, man.
That is so fucking embarrassing. That is embarrassing.
We have bigger fish to fucking fry. If you're going to if you're going to complain about something, please have more substance than the thing that I like isn't mainstream anymore, and I'm not going to bother looking for the things that aren't mainstream that I like.
I was about to say, why in the fuck? If anything, I feel so tired when, you know, the thing that I like becomes popular. There have been many manga that I have read before they got adapted, right? And that, you know, now a bunch of people are talking about it now. I felt that way about Chainsaw Man, for example. I read through that before it got adapted. And now I'm just like, nope, I had my piece. I had enough of the discourse. I'm going to let, you know, everybody else do their thing.
Yeah. Honestly, God, I'm watching Silent Witch and Lord of Mysteries because of clips. There are ways to learn about anime. Yes.
Yeah, it depends. Like, there's nothing wrong with being recommended stuff or seeing that, hey, a lot of people are saying good things about this. Let me check it out. Like, that's how I found out about Apothecary Diaries. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're there's a difference between that and being absolutely cucked by these people.
I know very little about Apothecary Diaries. Is it a shoujo romance?
Good. I don't know if it's classified as shoujo, but it is a romance. It is like a political drama romance, a period drama romance. Sorry.
Raymond, you need to let Kaiser finish talking.
Sorry.
I could keep up. Let me actually look it up. I know it started out as a light novel. What was it?
In monthly big Gangan.
Gangan style.
Oh, so it's seinen. Interesting.
Oh, okay. That's cool. But the thing is, it's very, very inspired by, sensibilities of like manhwa romances in a good way. I promise. It's actually really good. Like it's equal parts romance, period drama, and mystery too. And there's a lot of interesting things about sciences, about medicine and stuff like that.
I'm gonna put that on the list for us, Raymond.
That's
110%.
I've been intrigued by it myself. So
110%. I absolutely recommend this. You would absolutely love it. Mao Mao seems like your type of character, in particular, Twilight.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh.
She does make cute little noises.
Yes. I feel like I am being
profiled. Oh my god.
Exactly what's going to happen, and yet you still want to see it happen. There's a girl at the top of her class and a misunderstood guy, or the other way around. They find out a big secret that nobody can know, and it becomes something that ties the two of them together. They might not like each other in the beginning. In fact, it's better if they hate each other. They spend more time together because of funny anime circumstances and see each other in a new light. When someone finally realizes their feelings for the other, boom, a new love interest enters the scene.
You want Orin High School Host Club.
Oh my god.
That is all you fucking want. You just want to watch that over and over again with a new can of paint.
Look,
god.
As someone look, I don't know if Kaiser has seen Oron.
I have.
I know Raymond hasn't.
I know I haven't, but I know about it.
I will tell you though, what she is describing is not Orin High School Host Club.
Oh no.
Oh, what would you say?
That's not what it's about.
Because all I'm thinking of is that not the one where the girl breaks something at the very beginning, gets blackmailed?
Yes.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what my brain was going to. Like they have a shared secret thing.
It's that's not it. It's only a secret between her and the boys. Like this, Oron is a reverse harem anime.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The better equivalent. God.
Sorry. Technically, all of the boys, to some degree, have some sort of crush on her, but there's only 2 of them that have any kind of serious
romantic
relationship
for her.
Romantic feelings for her. And they both start falling for her about the same time. It's not that it's her and her main love interest, and then suddenly this other guy comes in later. Like he's been there the whole time. He's been falling in love with her at the same rate as the main character, the main love interest.
The thing that she's describing would more likely describe Maid-sama, which she has on the screen right now. I remember this show. I think this is one of the first romance anime I watched back when like a bunch of these shows were on YouTube fully. And like, yeah, that the premise of that, from what I remember, is that the main character is the student council president, but her family is poor, so she works at a maid cafe. And one of the guys at school, who she always kind of butts heads with, found out about it, and hijinks ensue from there.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, well, she just wants this all over again. That's all she wants.
Yeah, exactly.
Just watch the show again. You're fine.
I feel like there's another show like that was made nowadays that's kind of like that.
Almost certainly. It's there.
Yeah.
And now there's jealousy, there's fighting until they realize that they care so much because they're in love. And then the show ends with hand-holding. And if we're lucky, a kiss. And if we're super lucky, a second season. But does the show finish? No. Sometimes it ends with just them having these feelings and they're just happy to be around each other and there's no second season or third and you're unhappy because you want more and there's not. And that's the formula. Every anime romance takes place in high school and you can just watch a pretty girl and a pretty boy get together so often at this age. Just high school kids in different fonts. Shoujo romance got to the point where it's getting parodied now by...
But that's mostly what it was back then. Is what?
Yeah. How is any of this
What are we
different
doing
now?
here?
The fact that we actually got one about university students and it broke into the mainstream was a fucking accomplishment.
And especially in Apothecary Diaries case, which is a period drama mystery.
I will
All right, I get it, you
that-
gox. Oren, my equivalence was bad. I apologize. I'm sorry. Recommend Summer Hikaru.
I will say though that I do kind of understand where she's coming from in the sense of like, yeah, we only get like one season of this anime and we really love it, but they're not gonna have a second season. And a lot of people say that, oh, well, anime is only meant to be a glorified advertisement for the manga. It's like, that's not true.
No.
Because of the amount of money that is fucking spent on these anime. And not only that, but there's a lot of anime out there, mostly shonen, that are not glorified advertisements.
Yes.
They go through the entire fucking series, so what's their excuse?
Yeah,
It's
people die for
mainly
this shit.
because...
Yeah, we got movies, they get remakes, Shaman King got remade.
It's mainly, people mostly say this for shoujo, to excuse away why shoujo doesn't get as much attention as shonen. And why is that? That is mostly sexism in Japan, I'm sorry to say, but it is true. Shoujo isn't as respected in Japan or in the wider anime community globally as shonen is. It is not seen as exciting. It is not seen as creative. It is not seen as popular as shonen. And it is not seen as worthwhile enough to get second, third, fourth seasons until the end. That is why we only got the one season of Snow White with the red hair, even though that it only went up to volume 8, even though there's 27 volumes now.
Yeah.
That's why we only got one season of Skip Beat way back in 2002, even though that by now, even only releasing one chapter a month, it is now at volume 53.
Aiden?
It's because... It is because shoujo is just not seen as important as shonen is. And nobody respects it as much. That is just what it is at the end of the day. And that is, I think, kind of a little bit of this complaint is in this video.
Which is fair, but you gotta be specific about that.
I find it interesting is it sounds like to me though, because we're getting a new like renaissance of romance anime coming out in the shonen category, it feels like to me that someone cracked the fucking code. Like, oh, we want to publish it and be taken seriously? Let's just make it a shonen and now people will get our eyes on it? Like basically trick them under the rules. Oh, we don't take shoujo seriously, but now it's a shonen. Okay, I guess. Like it feels like, like I would love to see like older like Snow White with the red hair suddenly make it a shonen and don't change anything. Just put it under a different label and suddenly people are going to flock to it.
Yeah, it's what I've read. There was an article that I read quite a while ago where a lot of mangaka were talking about how magazines for women, for shoujo, just aren't as respected as shonen, and how their stories are a lot more restricted because they have to only have the same kind of formula. And in order for them to branch out, they either have to drop the concept of their story being a shoujo in the first place,
Yeah.
Or they have to get rid of all of these ideas that they have in order to make it fit the formula. So this is a problem with the idea that shoujo isn't just a category, but it is a
Right.
specific genre.
And keep in mind, these are shonen authors that were saying this, right?
No, these are
shonen-
shoujo authors
Oh, shoujo
who are saying
authors. Got it.
they're saying that they are restricted in what
Right.
they're allowed for their stories to be. And in order
Right.
for them to branch out, they have to disguise their stories as shonen in order to
Yeah.
have more freedom with what they can write.
So the
Yeah,
editors are
that's fucked.
pigeonholing them? Yes.
Yes, yes.
And that's the thing, is like, the complaint here, she's off basis. I get where it's coming from. At the same time, it's like, one, we don't really have much sway over here in the West, unfortunately.
Of course, yeah.
Or maybe fortunately, because there are some elements of the West that I don't want anywhere near Japanese publishers. So,
Yes.
double-edged sword
Yeah.
on that one, unfortunately.
Right.
But, like, I don't know, like, the fact that people are cracking the code and it's actually proving that, like, romance can survive and be super popular, like Kaguya-sama, like Dress Up Darling, like
Mhm.
literally any other thing we've already talked about.
Plus, there are like shonen now, like, that aren't romance entirely, but with like romantic elements that people absolutely love, like Chainsaw Man and Dandadan. Like, those are incredibly big. So
Right.
I don't know, man.
It
Chainsaw Man is a romance?
has romance in it.
Well, it has romantic elements in it. Maybe not for
Well, I mean-
the better, but you know.
Like, there's we have to specify that there is a difference between an anime that has romance in it and a
And
romance
a
anime
romance
that
anime,
happens to be a
yes.
shonen. Because, like, they're very different.
No, yeah, I that's why I specified
He tried
that.
to clarify that. It was just
Right.
Shows like Nozaki-kun, Kiss Him Not Me, and Kaguya-sama. They literally make fun of shoujo romance, but shoujo romance can never die. It's something my 12-year-old
Wait, what?
pubescent-kun, Kiss Him Not Me, and how often does he want more and there's not. And that's the formula. Every anime romance takes place in high school, and you can just watch a pretty girl and a pretty boy get together so often at this age. Just high school kids in different fonts. Shoujo romance got to the point where it's getting parodied now by shows like Nozaki-kun, Kiss Him Not Me, and Kaguya-sama.
It has been parodied to death for decades.
Yeah, what are you
Fucking
talking about?
Peach Girl parodied it.
On High School Host Club fucking parodied the fuck out of this. What are you talking about?
This
Didn't
is such
they
a
have, like,
well-established thing that's been around since like if you really want to dig down, romance stories like this have been around since mass media have been. And you might even be able to dig older than that and down to fucking fairy tales potentially. Like
Wasn't there like a scene in Oran, Twilight? I don't remember this
Yeah.
exactly. Wasn't there like a scene where the characters were like recounting some romantic scenario or some game or TV show, like it's a generic romance thing, and they took the piss out of that or something like that? I feel like I remember that.
I think that there is, but, like, the thing that comes to mind for me is Oron actually lampshaded a very common trope in shoujo at the time, which is the whole I'm going to pretend like I'm going to force myself on you sort of thing to
Right.
intimidate you, because the main character calls it out when what's his name,
Kyoya.
Kyoya? Yeah, Kyoya. When Kyoya tried to do that to her, like, he tried to intimidate her and she called him out on his bullshit.
Yep.
Sky Slasher says snails.
Snail.
Snail. Okay.
literally make fun of shoujo romance, but shoujo romance can never die. It's something my 12-year-old pubescent self wanted and giggled over, and it's something that my current self longs for.
Do you think that parodying something is an attempt to kill it? Why do you say it? What is your thought process? Why do you think that's the case?
I can kind of understand, even though that I don't agree with it, I think I can kind of understand this level of thinking. Like,
Okay.
she thinks that if you're parroting something, that you are making fun of it because you don't respect it. Whereas, as we talked about with Naked Gun, you're parodying something because you adore it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a sign of deep respect and adoration. If you're doing it right, that's always been the case.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's talk about what I consider the classics, the peak, the chef's kiss of shoujo romance anime. I mentioned this trope earlier. One of the characters always has to have a secret, or our two leads do not get along at first. This girl has a secret job. She is secretly female, and this girl is secretly in love with a cat. The main girl only—
Wait, what? That's not.
Oh no!
That's the opposite.
No, what are you?
That's the fucking opposite.
About? Yeah.
He's the one with the secret.
Yeah, he's the one with the secret.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Also, she's never kept it a secret that she was in love with Kyo.
She didn't realize she was in love with Kyo
Yeah,
until like the end of season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
cares
And then
about
like season 3 was all about her wanting to do whatever she could in order to make sure that he was safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she loved him. And people knew that.
Celtic, you never answered my question. Was that the... That's right, I was in the middle of it. I have read The Guy She Was Interested In Is Not a Guy at All. I have read that one. I kept up on it. And Tomo-chan is a girl. I've looked at it, but it never really caught my attention.
I've heard of that one. I think I've seen some clips. It seems interesting, but I haven't really been in a rush to check it out. But maybe I will.
Or our two leads do not get along at first. This girl has a secret job. She is secretly female, and this girl is secretly in love with a cat. The main girl only cares about school until she starts caring about this idiot with a goofy grin, and now this man has fallen in love with her roundhouse kick. They were so good. Around the mid-2010s, shoujo romance decided to add some more variety into the mix. We got shoujo romance focused on deeper stories, a show set in the medieval time.
Okay, so
then what was
interesting.
Nana then?
So you're saying before this they were not deep, even though you said earlier that they were deep.
Also you showed
fuck
screenshots
you,
of
Fruits
Nana
Basket.
earlier. What the? Yeah, Fruits Basket was still there back then.
Wait, hang on. What I was going to mention was, why are you talking about Fruits Basket as though you were talking about the original anime, but you're only showing clips of the reboot, or the remake of it? Why aren't you showing clips from the original anime?
Yeah.
From 2001.
Maybe she did. Like, I think maybe that was...
She didn't.
Was that not
No,
from the
she
original?
didn't.
They literally make fun of
No.
shoujo. What kids do not get along with a goofy grin. This girl has a secret job. She is secretly female, and this girl is secretly in
you're
love with a
fucking
cat.
right. That
The
is the
main girl
original.
only cares about school
Yeah.
until she starts caring about this idiot with a goofy grin, and now this man has fallen in love with her roundhouse kick. They were so good. Around the mid-2010s, shoujo romance decided to add some more variety into the mix. We got shoujo romance focused on deeper stories, a show set in the medieval times with a romance between a prince and a regular girl. A girl who accidentally becomes god and is stuck with a fox demon to protect her, and of course there will always be high school
That's just Inuyasha.
I
I joke.
romance anime,
Also,
but
it's
instead
Inuyasha, not Inuasha. Holy crap.
I'm sick, Twy!
That's not
of
an
liking
excuse.
prince and
Also-
a regular girl.
What I don't like about this is that she is boiling down a lot of the early stuff into like the most simplistic way that you can describe something, and yet even though that you could also do that with the 2010s anime, she is going into more detail as though there is more to the new anime than the old anime. Just because you describe it in a more simplistic way doesn't mean that it's more simplistic. And just because you describe it with more detail doesn't mean that there is more going on. Like, why are you doing this?
Yugok says, again, another anime baby decrying, missing something, a thing that never went away. They just don't watch a ton of stuff they airing for whatever reason. Yeah.
Facts.
And then someone in with all the numbers and letters.
Ah?
Yeah, AAA 1E2 are that guy. I just call him Commoner X Prince romance is incredibly common. What is she talking about this being novel? Yeah!
Yeah, what?
That's like fucking like War and Peace levels of like common bullshit. Or like
yeah, what?
Skyslash, can someone explain the cat thing? Oh, okay, so basically in Fruits Basket,
He's a human being.
he's a human.
He is a human being.
Yeah.
If he touches someone of the opposite sex to a significant degree, he transforms into a cat. That's the first level of it. But he also has a secondary transformation because he himself, specifically as opposed to the rest of his family who have the same curse, he has a super curse on him that will turn him into a horrible monster. I can't remember what the exact trigger for that one is. I think it's like time of the month or something like that.
No, he will transform into that as a default state. As with that's why he has the beads, around his wrist.
Yeah, he has beads that repress.
Yeah. It's Fruits Basket size.
It's Fruits Basket.
Sky Slasher.
Yeah, it's Fruits Basket. It's great. Highly recommend.
Really good.
Literally the first episode, the first few minutes are the roughest part of the entire series.
Right.
A girl who accidentally becomes God and is stuck with a fox demon to protect her. And of course there will always be high school romance anime, but instead of liking the pretty boy in this one, she falls in love with the unconventionally attractive guy. There are dark...
When was that anime, by the way? Because that was very recent. That was like 2018.
Yeah,
I
know what she's talking about, but I don't remember the name of it. I have wanted to watch it, though.
Yeah, I don't remember this one.
Ore Monogatari, is that it?
That might be it.
Yeah.
Yeah, My Love Story.
Oh, you're talking about like the one with the big beefy guy.
It's called My Love Story. It came out in 2015. And it also got a live action film adaptation of the same name in 2015.
Oh
yeah, I remember hearing a lot of buzz about
that. So this is
one.
also a 2015 anime series. That came out at the same time as Snow White with the red hair. Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
Darker tones to some of them, whatever these are. This then leads us... But instead of liking the pretty boy in this one, she falls in love with the unconventionally attractive guy. There are darker tones to some of them, whatever these...
Okay. Oh, I remember
Diabolical Lovers, and Wolf Girl Black Prince.
Never heard that one.
I've heard of that one. I don't know much about it, but
she's just brushing it off like whatever these are. What do you? No, you tell me. I'm watching your fucking video.
What?
You're the one complaining about this shit. What are you talking about?
Like, I know Diabolic Lovers was pretty bad, but like now most people probably don't.
maybe that's why it was the joke, because like they're bad anime.
Oh, possibly.
This then leads us into the present, where in 2020, there were literally 0 shoujo anime adaptations. Despite shoujo manga having a ton of sales competing, then leads us into the present, where in 2020, there were literally 0 shoujo anime adaptations.
Okay, so, interesting. 2020, literally season 2 of Fruits Basket. Fuck you.
Yeah, but she's talking about like the little thing.
But second, clarifying adaptations. She's not saying anything original as well, because there are original anime that come out every year. So,
right. So specifically, she's trying to talk about new release romance anime
that were based on a manga or
that were based on light novel that were released in 2020 didn't happen.
All right, you know what?
Let
us double check.
Yeah, let's see if that's accurate.
Romance anime 2020. Oh, what's this? My next life as a villainess? I wonder.
Oh my god, what?
Uzaki-chan wants to hang out? I wonder.
Wait,
Violet
thought that was
Evergarden, the movie.
What? Oh, well, okay. Oh my god.
Brill and the Philosopher Time. Nekopara. Okay, I'm not counting Nekopara. Over the Sky. The Day I Became a God. Happy-Go-Lucky Days. Sing Yesterday for Me.
Good Lord.
Science Fell in Love. So
I
tried
remember
to
that
prove it.
one. I remember
Mr.
Sing Yesterday for Me. That
Mr.
one
Love Queen's
used to be good.
Choice. Heaven's Official Blessings. Josie, the Tiger and the Fish. Tanikawa, Over the Moon for You. A Whisker Away. Yes, No, or Maybe. The Misfit or the Demon King Academy. And Rent a Girlfriend. Okay, we can ignore that one. I'm trying to avoid signing, but yeah, Fruits Basket Season 2. Fruits Basket, the final, they both... no, that was 2021. Kaguya-sama.
Oh,
Kaguya,
Rascal... was Rascal Does Not Dream of Bygone Senpai?
Omari
Freaking...
Furai. Tonikawa Kawaii. I'm sorry, ma'am. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm seeing plenty of things on these lists.
No, listen, Raymond, here's the thing. There are a lot of anime fans that are blind. We have to be very mindful about that.
The Ice Guy and His Cool Female Colleague is a wholesome workplace romance. That came out in 2020.
Oh, really?
Wait, did it?
Okay, never heard.
2020. Oh, that's 2022. Oh, it came out in 2022. What the fuck are you talking about, lady?
Oh my god.
Homie Can't Communicate, 2021.
Yeah.
Skip and Loafer, 2022. That one's legend. Like, I see gifs of that one all the time. It's super cute.
Maybe I have heard of that one and just forgot, maybe.
Despite shoujo manga
yeah,
having a
I
ton
don't
of
know
sales
about that.
competing with shonen manga, right now what's kept me alive is Wotakoi, which came out last year with no second season, and the remake of my favorite shoujo romance anime that came out in 2006 actually. It got the Brotherhood treatment and got remade in 2017, the infamous Fruits Basket.
One, not infamous. Two, it didn't get the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood treatment. That's a completely different kind of treatment. Brotherhood fast-forwarded through a lot of important events. Fruits Basket 2021 or Fruits Basket 2019 didn't.
Yeah.
It's a ground-up remake.
Time. It took its time. It went through everything with respect for each and every single one of its little arcs. It changed things around just a little bit from the manga, but everything got its due diligence. And the one part that I was upset at that they completely got rid of, they turned into a full-blown movie. Well, a short movie with like the first half hour of it being clip show, but you know.
Yeah.
Watakoi is a
which
josei,
is
not a
incredible.
shoujo. Yeah, do you think that she's making a distinction here? She doesn't seem to understand what the fuck these are anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that she is lumping shoujo and josei into just the shoujo category. Because even though that she said that shoujo literally means young girls, she is lumping in josei and shoujo to just mean for girls, which is not the same thing as young girls.
Because
she is
interestingly, josei opens the door for a lot of sexual content that shoujo doesn't typically touch on. A lot of uncomfortable things.
Yes.
For the fact, josei just means woman in Japanese. It's one of the words for woman in Japanese.
Yeah.
Got it.
I find it a little bit disingenuous that she is just lumping in these two different demographics into one demographic that is just for women.
Yeah.
So just gonna
Joe
play
say
this
The
out.
Tiger and the Fish
Well,
is
I'm
a
thinking-
really good movie, but
She
people
had a
on Twitter
thought.
got mad about it.
She
Why?
wanted the clickbait with this title. She's like, "Oh, I haven't seen a lot of good romance anime recently, so I'm just gonna make a video with my thoughts on it, with no research whatsoever, and
Romance
bitch about it, and just make a definitive statement while actually then backscaping off of it. And I'm gonna get 200,000 views off of it.
I mean, a fucking course,
Yeah.
because apparently nobody in these conversations know how to fucking read or to look shit up for themselves. Like all
Yep.
these people just don't. They complain day and night that that there's a certain type of anime that I want to watch, but it doesn't fucking exist, or it doesn't have fucking My Hero levels of Sakuga. Guess I gotta bitch about it on Twitter. That's the game, dude.
Let's continue to view, but I want to go through the comments and see what they have there. Be interesting to see how many
God.
people
Yeah.
are brain rotted.
But other than those two, come on, shoujo anime, let the girls eat. While shonen romance can be a hit or miss, you know what always hits? Anime movies that can make you cry. Movies don't really have a demographic label.
What the fuck? Did anyone else see Whiplash like I did?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's like, oh,
I-
everything is terrible. But you know what's great? Anime movies that make... What the fuck? Where'd this tonal shift come from?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Also, I'm a little bit worried because I know that she shown some clips from a movie that I wanted to show you later, and I'm like, oh no, I hope she doesn't spoil it for you.
All right, one moment. I gotta draw my
It's a very short movie. Like it is only a
Okay.
half an hour long. So if you
Alright.
even mention the premise of it, you'll give away quite a bit of the story.
Oh, goody.
Oh,
We'll
shit.
see if she is that rude, but she seems like she might be.
On them, and so I hope anime can lean more towards that. Makoto Shinkai animates movies that you can always bawl to. I swear, this man is about to make me cry to a chair. Movies like Ride Your Wave, I Want to Eat Your Pancreas have me crying in the club at 3
Oh, I heard that
a.m.
one.
Now, if you're like me and all of your favorite shoujo romance don't have a second season, and or you've seen the lack of shoujo romance, do you want to know what I did? Do you know what got me through high school? Reading shoujo and only shoujo. So if you're looking to
Oh my god, I'm just surprised
wor-
she can read.
Yeah, I was about to say the worst thing that that anime fans can absolutely do
It's
is
not,
read.
it's not a
Oh my
romance
God.
anime movie, but Silent Voice is my favorite anime. It has some romance elements to it.
What do you mean? It is a romance.
Like, it's not, it doesn't, it deals with a lot more heavier topics as its main focus, but like, it is developing
doesn't
a
make it
romance
a
between the two
romance.
characters. Yeah, it's like, it's the romance is still very much there. It actually
Right.
kind of
Like, that
pisses
would-
me
that
off
would
it
be
doesn't
like
fulfill
saying-
its romance.
Like that would be saying that Fruits Basket isn't a romance because it
Dear
focuses
me.
so much on the familial
Magic drama.
well the magic drama, but also the toxicity of the family life that comes with living with the disability of being under a curse, or abusive relationships within family dynamics, that it can't be a romance because of that.
Yeah, it's
That-
not
that's ridiculous.
explicitly a romance, but at the same time, the relationship between the two skews into that, and it is the heart of the film. So I get what you were trying to say. It's just off target.
get into reading some shoujo manga, here's a beginner list of manga that have made me scream internally at 3 a.m. Dengeki Daisy, a shoujo manga classic. Because studios refuse to adapt it into an anime, I swear, reading it I would put it next to shows like Oran and Maid-sama and all the other ones. I implore everyone to read it
And all the other ones.
if you like shoujo romance and want the classic feeling to it. It's everything you could want. It's mature, it's funny, it progresses so well, and the characters are quality. The manga follows Teru, a girl who has been left alone after the passing of her older brother. With nothing but a cell phone left behind, Teru finds comfort with the only contact in it, Daisy. If she needs anything or anyone to talk to, Daisy is someone that she can rely on. For years, she confides with this mystery person, Daisy, and one day when she accidentally breaks a school window, she meets someone that makes her question Daisy's identity entirely. It's such a good read. I look back at this manga very, very fondly, but I will say that there is an age gap. But overall, great story. And we follow that with our next manga, Strobe Edge. Brought to you by the manga.
Okay.
I got a question whenever someone says, well, there is an age gap. It's like, these days, if you're 2 years older, it's considered an age gap. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, get in our lane. We were watching Sailor Moon where a college student was dating a fucking middle schooler, all right?
Yeah.
And we were happy with it. Actually, no, we weren't. Mamoru does jack shit.
Yeah, he is a worthless character.
There's a Yuri manga
but-
called This Monster Wants to Eat Me. I actually have the wiki page up to remind me to look it up later.
But, like, I don't understand this obsession with hatred for age gap relationships when the age gap is, like, 1 year apart, 2 years apart, 4 years apart. I don't understand it. It's not that big of a deal, even as a fucking teenager.
Well, okay, but even then, if there's an age gap relationship of any dynamic, so long as the story actually tackles it in some way, shape, or form, I'm typically fine with it. Like, you can get, you could get a serious fucking drama out of a Kaiser, are you muted?
No, he's gone, remember?
Oh. Why is his...
You just completely ignored the fact that he said that he was going to BRB.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, his avatar is moving.
Oh.
So I was like, is he muted? He's like shaking.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, you were.
There we go.
Do you have like a fan or something in your room?
What?
Your avatar was moving without you.
Oh, maybe it was. I don't know, because I was. I was away from the room. Maybe it might be my laptop's fan or something. Anyway,
Izanagi, did this person even define
yeah.
shoujo and shonen romance? What the hell do these terms mean in an argumentation sense? She hasn't.
See, that's the funny thing, Isa. These people who make these videos never do that. That is the one thing these people never do. It's like fucking clockwork.
Isa, here's the thing. You know how you overthink literally everything? You are a nexus that sucks up the ability for so many hundreds of people to actually think about things. You take all of their thinking power and pump it into overthinking things. And you just leave them as these empty husks that have to live their days squeeing over things that aren't really all that deep and thinking that putting headphones on someone is like the core defining moment of a deep abiding storyline about love.
Note to self, put in that concept in my story.
Cognitive vampire. God damn, that is a cool fucking phrase.
Yeah, cognitive vampire. That's actually
there you go,
Isa.
Isa. You have a cool title to your name now. You are cognitive vampire, Izanagi.
Yes.
Why don't tell people on the internet about their parents having an age gap? I know, right?
Oh my god, let's not get into that.
Well, no, I was gonna say, like, you could have a serious drama before we got talking to Ghost Kaiser. We could have a serious drama about like a teenage boy having some sort of romantic relationship with a teacher, or vice versa. You know, a teenage girl and her adult, like, those are things that are actually kind of common tropes in anime to some extent. You have the characters that are infatuated with their teachers to some extent, and have to, like, I mean, the one that comes to mind to me that I actually really appreciate is Interview with Monster Girls. Machi, she has a crush on the main character, the teacher. I don't remember if it was in the anime. I don't think it was in the anime, but it was in the manga. She confesses to him, and he has to shoot her down. He's known about this crush on him, and he has to break the news. Like, no, we can't. It's not in the cards. I'm sorry. You're too young. I'm too old. And honestly, I don't see you that way. It's like, it's a beautifully done moment where you don't really actually hear any of the conversation. You just know she went into the room, they had a chat, and she came out bawling her eyes out, and her friends came to comfort her. And it's such a touching fucking moment for everyone involved, because they all kind of knew how that situation was going to play out.
Like, there's moments where you have a dynamic like that where it's not very well done, like with
Sure.
Hana Tucho, the manga that the author for Peach Girl did, like right after Peach Girl was done, where it looked like she was just going to do Peach Girl over again, but with Sai and Momo being identical twins, which would be a really interesting switch up. But no, instead, the main character Ageha, she just falls in love with the school counselor instead, who is working. He's a college student. He's working there at the school to gain experience, but he's still in a position of power, and she still blackmails him into dating her by threatening to jump off the roof of the building if he doesn't date her.
I mean,
It's wonderful.
Yeah, like at the same time, I don't think the story is trying to say that's a good thing, is it?
They stay together throughout the entire manga. It's fine, apparently.
Huh.
I
It's
feel
why
like
I
there's a
hate
lot of
that series.
conversations that need to be had for that to happen.
Also-
I mean,
Go.
there is a moment where his dead girlfriend kind of comes into the picture as a sort of dramatic thing. But apparently her ghost in the form of a butterfly says that their relationship is okay, and so they can be together. It's really fucking stupid.
I was gonna say,
That's
it's
okay,
I don't
wild.
care about you, dead girlfriend butterfly ghost. Like, I get it. I appreciate it. No, the problem is she threatened to kill herself if I didn't date her. That's the bigger problem. Like,
Oh my
on top
God.
of all the other bigger problems.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I know that there is a little bit of like he's not okay with it, but he kind of just brushes it off. And then he starts to like actually have feelings for her. And it's really frustrating. It does deal with Ageha starting to learn to be more okay with herself, because she does have a bit of a complex over her sister, who is much more confident than her, prettier than her, even though that they are identical twins, and she can look like that if she wanted to, but
You
she's
could
just
call
not
it
really
an
interested
unlovely complex. But okay.
Yeah. It doesn't focus on things to the degree that I would expect that it should be focused on. With the amount of complexes and insecurities that Ageha has over Hana and over her love life or lack thereof, and all of this kind of stuff.
No, Enriv, don't mention that. No, bad idea.
Wait,
bad idea. Don't
what?
mention that. No, we don't talk about that here.
What?
Full Moon Wasagashite! Oh my god, don't even get me started on Full Moon
We're
Wasagashite.
continuing the video. We're continuing the video.
Okay, I'm gonna pretend I know what any of that is.
Gaka of Aoharu Ride, I present to you the better story. I said it, I stand by it. If you're a fan of love triangles that will rip your entire being out of you, read Strobe Edge. The heartbreak,
No.
the romance
How?
will make you laugh and cry, and this manga will just
Sounds like
make
it
you
hurts.
feel things. There's an unrequited love, a love triangle, an underdog that you want to root for. Such real experiences that you will undoubtedly enjoy if you pick up Strobe Edge. It's your typical high school shoujo romance love story, so I'm not gonna say too much about the plot, just read it so you can be in as much pain as I was. And finally, we have Q.
Oh, a minute. Yugox says
So-
personal Denki Daisy connection. Dengeki Daisy connection. Both me and my ex loved the manga separately. Later, she told me that she viewed me as her Daisy. If you read it, you get it. That's
Ooh.
that's a red flag type of thing for a relationship sometimes. You gotta be careful with equating romance to actual characters. You can do it in fun, playful ways, but some people get really invested in that, and I'm speaking from experience. As the one
Yeah.
who was
Oh, man.
kind of a dumbass about it when he was younger.
Also,
Yeah.
yes, Enriv, you have opened Pandora's box. I have so many feelings about Fullmoon Sakashite. None of them are good.
Should,
I
okay.
can
Should I?
Rented 4 hours at Raymond over this show, and
My
how
brain
much
melted.
How much I hate the anime, but how much I hate the manga worse.
There came a part where, like, I was so melted, I decided to do a deep dive on fucking train cars to try and figure out what time it took place.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
because one of the love interests for one of the main characters, Mariko, her love interest in the manga, was like a 3-year-old kid when he died, and he decided to commit suicide because his mother didn't love him.
Oh my god.
And now he's an adult, sort of, but also
Yep,
still,
yep.
you know, fucking hell, that what she told me about
Should
that
I?
is insane.
So
No, you shouldn't.
I guess I should stay away from.
Yes.
Yeah, just stay away from it. Steer clear from that.
Its day will come, I imagine, but it's not today.
I will say, if you have to consume Full Moon Sakashite, watch the anime. The anime is objectively better than the manga. The manga is just trash.
Okay. All right.
Q Sweeper
Well.
and Queen's Quality. We love a dark fantasy romance. This is a 2-in-1 manga rec because QQ Sweeper only has 3 volumes and then you can read Queen's Quality, which is the main story. In this manga, we follow Fumi, a girl who has been told throughout her entire life that she's cursed. One day, she meets a handsome boy with the title of a sweeper, a person who goes into the minds of troubled people and quite literally cleanses their souls. In this world, negative emotions manifest themselves into these little bug monsters that sweepers take care of. There's action, there's a sense of mystery as to why our main girl is cursed. It's engaging, it's exciting, and high key has
Damn,
made me
JJK
want to
really
clean up
ripped
my
off.
room, my house. It's weird, it's interesting, it deals with real life issues and should be on your read list. I've thoroughly enjoyed all of these manga and know that it will satisfy your shoujo heart.
I know that that's not what you intended, but you kind of implied that all the other ones that you've recommended haven't dealt with real world issues.
Yeah.
Kind of a misstep on your end, just putting that out there.
Originally, I wanted
That is asking, does age gap apply when it comes to romance with ghosts / immortals like in Full
That's
Moon?
part of the problem. I'm sorry, but a 3-year-old baby who commits suicide is probably not in the mental mindset to get in a relationship with anyone.
I would imagine that he did like technically grow up in the normal way. He's just growing up in the underworld. So, well, like it's weird because like Mariko died in like the 1920s. He died in like the 80s or the early 90s. They're all immortal after they turn the age of like fucking 18 anyway. It's weird. And then of course there's the issue of Takuto and Mitsuki, where like Takuto was a teenager when her father was still alive, and he was alive when Mitsuki was like 3 years old, and Takuto never fully died. He was just in a coma. So is he still the same age that he was when he fell into the coma, or is he now like in his mid to late 20s because that amount of time has passed now, or is he still the same age as he was when he pseudo died because his soul wasn't in his body, even though that his body didn't die? Like, what is going on there?
Yugok says, listen, it was cute between us at the time. Yeah. And notice you're also exes.
Oh my god!
Sorry, I didn't mean to get
Why
that
had to
brutal.
do him like that?
to make a video about the shoujo classics or on Maid-sama Fruits Basket, but I kept getting really mad writing this script and then it turned into a rant and then I brain vomited this video out. And don't get me started with 90s
Accurate
romance
description.
shoujo anime, Fushigi Yugi. Oh, I also forgot to mention then
What?
it turned into a rant
Fushigi
and then
Yugi.
I brain vomited this video out. And don't get me started with 90s romance shoujo anime, Fushigi Yugi. Oh, I also forgot to mention honorable mention Full Moon wo Shagashite. I swear I can keep going and I will if you want me to. But
What do you mean honorable mention? What do you mean honorable
mention.
Are you propping that up?
I don't.
Dishonorable mention, Full Moon no Sagashite and Fushigi Yugi. Both of those are fucking awful. I don't like them. They're bad.
Oh my god. This woman, not only is this woman wrong, she has no tastes.
But if you
What?
want a
I
dedicated
wonder
video
what
to
she
a
doesn't
shoujo
like.
classic, please let me know. And if you're looking for a more detailed video about the shoujo crisis that is happening, I have to point you to Colleen's video on the decline of shoujo anime.
Oh! Where does the fucking shade end?
It never ends. All around me are familiar faces.
I need to make a video called "Decline of Shonen" and like shoujonen anime, and like put it out there and just have it all be bullshit.
No, we need a video called "The Decline of Common Sense in the anime community."
No. I need to fucking bait people as hard as these goddamn videos do. I need to do that. But like that's where the shoujonen comes in, because it doesn't make it's bullshit.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
And it's like the first warning sign to anyone that has a spark of intelligence.
Dude, pull a Goodell, dog. Pull a fucking Goodell.
And the anime tease video, Shoujo Romance is Disappearing. Both videos are
man.
incredibly
Got
insightful
twofer.
and are very, very interesting to watch. Both of them give so much perspective on the anime industry entirely. And with that, I wanted to add my perspective and thoughts
why
to
are
the
you so
conversation
blown out?
around shoujo. Actually, please let me know your thoughts as well. Leave a comment down
God,
below
your
if
saturation
you've seen the lack of shoujo anime coming out recently. Have you watched shoujo anime before? Please let me know your thoughts. Leave a like,
Oh my God.
comment, subscribe,
Person
all of
who
it.
is watching this shoujo YouTube video, have you ever seen a shoujo before?
All right, let's just see if anything
Shojo
else.
this, Shojo that. Have you ever showed a girl?
None of it. Also, leave your opinion on romance anime in general. Do you like it as a subplot to a bigger story? Do you like when it's all about romance? Just let me know. It's not like I care or anything. Cool people comment on videos.
Alright, there we go.
To the piss bus!
Oh.
40 minutes! 40 minutes on the piss bus! 4 times the length of this fucking video!
Oh, Magician of D says, "Hey, just want to point out that Colleen is a lot better than this chick is. I haven't seen that specific video yet, but she does put the effort in to source her claims in the ones I've seen. I have seen a couple of videos from her before, so I'm interested.
I will look.
Alright.
I typically go into these videos not knowing anything about the person, and so if they
Right.
surprise me, they surprise me, and that can go
Sure.
in every direction. So
Yes.
I will take that under advisement as I add that video to the list and regret what I've chosen to do with my life. I'm going to.
I think I have seen a couple of Colleen's videos. I don't remember what I thought of them. But considering, well, I don't know, because like I am kind of stupid and I go looking for people instead of like subscribing to them. So if I forget somebody, then I forget them, even if I maybe liked one or two of their content before.
Right. What is a shoujo? A miserable little pile of secrets.
Yes, actually.
Apparently, because these people can't fucking find it.
Yep.
They can't find
I-
any of the ones they want to watch.
I just
Holy shit.
I find it so interesting that people are trying to be like, oh, shoujo is like this, and it's a shame that nobody is doing shoujo anymore, even though that it's not true. But
It's yeah,
there are problems that are in the industry, especially with shoujo, but you're not fucking talking about it because you're just being a consumer and you're just
Yeah.
being a traveler in this. Like, you're not
Yeah.
actually looking into the actual problems with shoujo and the industry and everything about that, and like what you can do to potentially fix it.
Of course, you don't like it's not it feels like people don't watch these shows because they like it or they enjoy the genre. They want to watch it because they want to be a part of a community that caters to their tastes. So, which is just very bad.
We don't know if she's like that though in particular, because
Yeah.
it does seem like she does like a lot of these shows, but
Yeah, what I'm
and to
saying
be
is,
fair-
it feels like a lot of people do that. That's why I was saying,
Yeah.
not specifically about her.
yeah, I just
I-
wanted to clarify that.
She has a
Yeah.
new video. Well, she has a video from 8 months ago that says, "I found the anime that inspired Arcane," and it's just Cowboy Bebop.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'll show you the fucking screenshot.
Oh my fucking no. No, 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 no.
Is my HDR off? Is that why things are weird on my screen?
Just no. Just stop. Don't.
Look,
It's what the kiddies
ma'am.
call a tourist. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
dude,
yes.
this is fucking
That was the word
crazy.
that I was looking for, but it wasn't coming into my brain. Anyway, I'm looking at this screenshot that you
Also,
took.
6K
I found the
views,
anime.
wild.
I found the anime that inspired Arcane, and she's just showing a reference. Ma'am,
Yeah.
a reference doesn't mean that it inspired it. It just
Well,
means it's a reference.
It's 3 minutes longer than this video, so inevitably she has to have done more research, right? Right? 3 minutes more research? At least? Shojo is a
Why-
cesspit of hate and lies. Yes, thank you, Nameless. That's it feels like that sometimes. I just like someone commented here,
Shojo never changes.
I feel like a lot of people who are really into shoujo eventually crossed over into webtoon/manhwa, especially the whole villainous reincarnation fantasy genre, and into Danmei, as the biggest romance-heavy medium with female audience that's currently gaining popularity IMO, but that could just be me. And Inakyu is like, no, definitely, and K-dramas. Yeah. Korea is actually taking a lot of the shoujo energy, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they don't treat shoujo in the same way that Japan does.
Right.
Although, God, there's a video here that says we need to talk about Shoujo Girls by the anime team from 2 years ago. Oh, God.
That sounds familiar.
I'm gonna add
I
it.
don't know if I watched it. I don't know. But maybe.
Add it to the list for later.
Like I said, you got for £2 says, like I said, anime babies, they don't know anything. Wait, should I say that in the English accent? Whatever the moment.
Like I said, anime babies, they don't know anything.
Holy fuck, man. Like I said, like I said, these are anime babies, okay? These are anime
God.
babies, ladies and
Freerin
gentlemen.
versus Mao Mao, writing female characters.
Oh.
Who is that by?
Same person.
Oh, fine.
Inaki.
Oh,
Inakyu. Okay, well, I mean, maybe I can kind of theorize what she might be saying in that, and I wouldn't necessarily disagree
midst
because there are a lot of aspects of both Freerin and Mao Mao's characters that I think are very much worth learning from, in terms of just how to write, female characters in general. But like, I don't trust this person to have the mental capability to do that well. Sorry to say.
Yep.
Mm.
Display, nightlight, use HDR. HDR is on. I don't know why it said it was off.
Like, I will say, like, I don't consider myself to be like an expert in shoujo or anything like that. There's a lot of really good shoujo out there that I just haven't watched, like
Same.
Nana.
Yeah,
or
I need to watch Nana.
there's a lot of other really famous shoujo out there that I also haven't seen. But
Right.
also, my anime viewing experiences are weird because it took me like 10 years to watch D and Angel. It took me
That's more.
20. It took
That's
me
better than me. I
Spy
like
X
haven't seen
Family.
teenagers.
Forgot to bring Spy X Family into this. That it's a shonen, but like it has so many shoujo elements.
yeah.
Hmm.
What else? It took me until a few months ago to watch Evangelion for the first time. And it's taken
True.
me up to, I think, 6 years prior to this year to watch Cowboy Bebop for the first time. That wasn't the
Right.
movie.
Right.
So, like, there's a lot of anime that I still have to watch. There's a lot of there's a lot of shoujo out there that I can only read because it, like she has said, hasn't gotten anime adaptations. Because for some reason, a lot of anime is taking a lot more inspiration from light novels rather than manga these days. So I think that that's just a change in how adaptations are done, which I don't know why they're doing that, because from what I'm seeing, a lot of light novels are trash.
I mean, yeah.
A lot of light novels, it's just hard to read because translating from Japanese can have some really, really bad results, especially for prose. Like I tried reading Konosuba once. It was so fucking dry. Even though I love Konosuba, I couldn't get into it. Yeah.
That is.
That's the problem I have.
Strange.
Like I actually got through three of the Tanya light novels, and that's me like chugging through a lot of what I knew about the series already through the anime.
Right.
So
it's strange that the light novels, at least translation, seems pretty dry. I didn't expect that. You would think that wouldn't be the case for that one.
Have I seen the live action Cowboy Bebop? No, I have not.
I avoided it like
No.
Yeah,
I'm not planning on that either.
I'm gonna be real with you guys. I never thought that Cowboy Bebop was all that special in the first place, so I didn't really feel the need to watch the live action. I would probably feel just as, because I heard that it's not good, but I would probably feel just as offended as an actual fan if I watched it, because I still at least understand what Cowboy Bebop is and what it's going for.
Yeah.
But, like, it was never something that, to me, was all that amazing.
Right.
Personally.
What was the video that Colin what was that she recommended?
2, 3. Sorry.
Whoa! I just thought she has a video called "Why Men Should." Oh, sorry. I thought it said shouldn't read shoujo. Okay, I was confused for a fucking
No, she's trying to get more people into watching shoujo.
She's really bad at it.
Yeah.
What happened to shoujo anime? That's what we need to look. What I need to look for. Gotcha.
Right. Well, I guess we'll have to see another time.
Yeah.
Because again, like these things, we're seeing a weird pattern with these. All right, so maybe Colleen is the patient zero for all of this or not. I don't know.
Perhaps.
Let me see if.
Hey, so
Pause. There we go.
If I have. Nope. I can't watch that because I still have to finish watching that. The video that I'm watching for the new book talk drama that we might talk about at some point.
Colleen has an even newer video, The Decline of Shoujo Anime 1 year later.
Oh shit.
So we got a twofer.
So yeah, so maybe like a double feature at some point.
Yeah, that would be a hefty one though, because like both of these are like 20 minutes long.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So the first one is 17, the second one's 26.
Got it. Interesting.
I need to figure out why my fucking screen is so blown out. Everything's so saturated. What the fuck's going on? No, move over here.
Maybe
that looks fine over here. What the fuck?
Maybe it's just radiation from the piss.
Oh God, no!
Manga
I
for
followed.
fuck, ew. You followed her?
No.
Hey,
That's what I'm trying to click. I'm trying to get this into. Oh, that's right. I'm clicking the wrong button. No. The radiation. Wait. Why is it good now? What the fuck? What the fuck?
What?
Why is
Huh?
my saturation all fucky? Anyway. All right. Well, that's weird.
Glorious scuff.
Well, at least it doesn't show up on the screen. It's not showing up on like the it's just for me. Just fucking weird. Anyway,
Okay.
I think that's all we have for today, and it's probably good we wrap up because my throat is not liking any of this.
Fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's our coverage. I hope you all enjoyed. Welcome. I'm happy to be back, even though I am throat dying right now. I hope you guys are excited. I should have Fixing Ruby episode 7 out the end of this week. Maybe a delay or two. We'll have to see. Some editing needs to be done still. But hopefully, all things going to plan, we'll have it out by then. You guys have anything you want to announce?
In my case, I am going to start working on a new video for this month, just before I have to go back to college and things like that. Something that I've been meaning to make for a while, especially in light of certain recent events that have been in talkings that have been circulating online. However, I must also note to everybody, as I said earlier this stream, that I don't know how things are gonna go with YouTube's new policies about age restricting content and people's accounts and shit like that. But I made an Odyssey account and I basically transferred all of my scripted videos and shorts on there. So if you want to still watch my content in case YouTube decides I'm a fucking 12-year-old in disguise, be sure to watch that. I think I posted the link to the chat earlier, but I'll post it again and in the comment section.
I don't have anything to announce for my channel other than I have a client that I do editing work for now. So I can start maybe doing more editing stuff for my stuff as well as her stuff. So we can maybe hopefully look forward to that.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yay.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. I hope you all had a fun time, and we'll catch you all on the flip side.